yeah, we're doing things.
Yeah, we're live.
Hello. Hi, everyone. All four of you. Welcome back to Skull Check. Yes, I just hit the desk with my right hand. I could have gotten away with it if you didn't start laughing at me.
Too late.
We're doing Southern Hospitality again. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. It's really hot here, so you're gonna see like my hair slowly become flat and sweaty. And also, we have a thunderstorm warning until how long?
An hour.
Yeah, okay, we'll be fine.
That's not bad.
Ironically, Southern Hospitality only happens when Jacob is not in the South.
We're all about fun ironies like that. Let's see. You know what? No, let's go around. Francesca, give me something good that's happened lately. Give me a positive note.
Good God.
Oh, you're all next.
That's a hard question.
I am very close to finishing a drawing that I've been working on not working on. I haven't been working on it, but it's been in my head for like months, and it's finally kind of coming out.
Hell yeah.
All right, there we go. Kurt, give me something.
I'm moving.
Hell yeah.
Good shit.
The end, period, full stop.
Yeah.
Sean, give me something. Literally
What's
anything.
good in my life? Nothing. Oh, no, I've actually finished I finished the audio for a bulk audio for an audiobook that I'm working on, so that'll be fun once I have to sit through and listen to myself for 6 hours.
Yay.
Torture unbeknownst to many.
We know nothing.
But-
Well, 6 hours we don't know. But
Yeah. But I mean, it's one step closer to being done, which is always a fun thing.
yeah. Do we have anything good?
Do we? Now you're on the spot.
I'm always on the spot.
Answer your own damn question.
We made it. It's fine. We're here. That's what's good to me. We're here.
All right.
I lost like 6 things. We found all 6 of them. It's wonderful.
Okay.
All right, so
So
on that note,
what happened last time, ODM?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a bit of a business dispute at the docks between we had 2 local good old boys.
Billy and Cab.
Yep.
Trash.
Billy and Cab and Trash Yankee looking down on us. Between them, the snake-like race of Shavel, and then whatever third party you guys decided to become. There was like mediation. There was like
There was a lot.
There was an arm wrestling contest.
yeah. I mean, it didn't seem like much of a contest in hindsight, but it was.
I
Very
was the
dramatic.
table.
I won handily.
Handily.
One hand.
One hand.
And we're off.
I
It's,
could have done it no-handed.
And Breena somehow
implications.
didn't just abandon you all there at the docks. But
It's a smart
that's
businessman.
as the dispute kind of escalated, it was sort of a kind of the central theme that you started to come together here is there's a lot of pressure between the locals who feel like lots of businesses are coming in and just buying all of their historical land, that what is once their property, going through all these loopholes and business dealings, whereas the workers of the businesses doing their job, they're there to make a buck. They got to support their own. There's kind of a natural conflict going on there. That conflict escalated ever so slightly, which caused Billy and Cobb to transform into or reveal themselves to be some sort of demonic presence.
Goat demon and spider demon.
We had a good chuckle about a big spider demon coming out of somebody's body and then pulling out a knife. I'm just glad I wasn't the only one that thought that was funny.
I just want to point out, he thought getting into like hand-to-hand combat with the one that got it, that beat him in an arm wrestling contest, was a good idea.
Yep.
Gotta take out the biggest threat first.
He had 6 hands on me.
The thing is, like, that sounds really weird, except to literally everyone from my region of the country. It's like, yeah, what's the problem with that? That sounds absolutely right. I lost the arm wrestling contest, and now I have to kick your ass. Like,
Yeah.
it tracked. Gotta love it. But, to somewhat even the odds a little bit, we had a couple of stone ground-like golems pop out of the ground, and a couple of them with spikes, a couple of them just chunky boys, and then Cobb proceeded to summon a family, a bunch of smaller spiders that were creepy and made loud, shrill noises, and tried to carry Breena away into the forest that Rivali almost set on fire, but was very clear to make sure that it was not the case that happened. A lot of things almost happened.
I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
Only you can do
That's a
it.
mood.
And then I have been working for days to try to come up with some sort of description of what happened between Casaadi and Billy, but there was a fight, nobody moved, yet there was lots of movement. I don't know what happened, but it was cool. And
It was both a mental and a physical fight.
it was also a fight for the viewer. So like we were really all encompassing. Mm-hmm. And then Rivali went ape shit. And like I believe you're still giant now. I am correct?
Still giant for another 8 turns.
In neck shock.
Okay.
And so you then stepped literally through Cobb several times in front of all of his children with no remorse.
Mm-hmm.
None at all.
The lawyer just off screen is taking notes. And you did something to cause fear in them, didn't you?
I used my Daunting Roar ability.
That's right.
Where all but one spider failed, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good.
They fled, and I made the bad end of the woods joke, and then because there was one remaining. But that brings us back into technically the bottom of the initiative. But Breena, I think you were next up. So just to give you a bit of a recap, the woods are kind of right on your back. You are slightly uphill from everybody. As you know, it just naturally slopes down into the docks. You are, what was the range on that curve? I know you made a point to stay within, was it 20 or 30 feet?
I think it was
30, I believe.
30, but let me double
30.
check.
There's Hunter's Mark on Billy.
Yep. Well, Billy just bamfed.
Yes.
30 feet.
But you still know the direction. 30
He is
said?
marked.
All right. Okay, and then you have a small collection of spiders kind of right in front of you, while there's several hundreds, possibly thousands, just scurrying past you if you're not there. You know, just like, where once terrifying, now they're just kind of adorable. Slightly unsettling. Let's see, you have 2 of the, like, needle blights are a little further down the hill, kind of about the same distance away from you as Casaadi. And then you've got 2 that are currently running in your direction, but away from Rivali.
Okay, wait. So there's 2 blights coming at me?
In your direction. They're not, like, coming at you specifically, but sort of like, you know, maybe like 5-10 feet to your left, but coming in your direction. Like, they're just gonna, kind of like the spiders are. They're just gonna run past you.
Oh, they're running in fear type thing.
Triple.
All right. Don't think I have much in terms of like tripping people up.
You are Simba, and there's several wildebeest running past you.
I mean, the size comparison.
Nothing bad happens after that.
Uh-oh.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, there's not a lion character in our group either.
Who's bigger than everyone? Whoops.
Oh, friendly reminder, Jacob. When it gets back to the spider's turns, they will no longer be feared.
Correct.
So, other friendly reminder, you tweeted about your nails.
Oh, they're green.
They match the shirt.
Nice.
Yee.
It's all downhill from here. I was saving that for when things hit a lull.
Oh, sorry to have us do that too early. I thought, no, it's okay.
I'll remember this later. It's
Rhys will remember that.
In that case, I am just going to do magic missile first level at the one group of spider that's still staring at me.
Okay. That's a good question. Casaadi, you're the next player that'll go.
Okay, quick question about magic missile. Do they go one? You see what happens. One, you see what happens. One, you see what happens, or do you have to pick your targets all at once?
That's a good question. I typically just say you pick your targets all at once. I mean,
makes sense
because they're supposed to hit simultaneously.
All right. Spider it is.
All right, so go ahead and roll because magic missile does not miss.
Yep. Oops. Cock. Nope. Okay. That is 10.
10. All right. So just sort of, what does your magic missile look like? It's such a classic spell, but what's Breena's take on it?
Breena's take on it is very simple. She just kind of like stab the staff down on the ground, and it just like, and goes back, circling like right back to the character.
Okay.
Well, the characters, the group spider.
They have feelings. They have names. All 842 of them.
Hopefully they're considered an entity, because
yes.
It's gonna take a while.
Technically, swarm of spiders counts as one creature.
The god. Okay.
Yep.
10. All right. So just as they're trying to kind of mobilize themselves back together, because before, I don't know if any of you remembered in your nightmares, but they had made like a humanoid-sized tower of themselves, but they're kind of naturally trying to do that again, and these missiles just come in and sort of start sawing them off a little bit.
It's like the gnomes in Gravity.
Yeah, like the gnomes in Gravity Falls. That's almost exactly what I'm going with here. Or like an anthill, and all the ants are running out, and you kind of like put a stick in the way, and they just adjust accordingly. All right, you have a movement. You have a bonus action if you want.
Okay. Is there a way, because I'm not really seeing this, is there a way for me to kind of maneuver my way closer to either Rivali or Casaadi? I think Lorcan is further down the beach, right?
Yes,
Right.
Rivali is sort of...
You have to make your way through Choldrith Guts.
If you can. It's not technically difficult terrain. Won't make it that.
Go roll downhill.
Mentally.
You're at the top of the hill. There's a big Choldrith corpse about 15 feet in front of you.
Good.
On the other side of that corpse is the remnants of that corpse and like 3 half Rivalis. And then down the hill, I've got it to where Casaadi is about 45 feet down the hill from you. And then there's a blood spattering stain where Billy was, and on the other side of that is Lorcan. Lorcan is you can see from your vantage point, Lorcan is currently like bleeding from the hand. Not like gushing, but pretty profusely. Casaadi is coughing up flies. You can't tell if he's been poisoned or if he's perfectly fine.
That seems normal.
Yeah, for Casaadi, like.
All right.
So you can maneuver to Rivali.
All right. I in that case, yes, I will try and maneuver to Rivali while staying away, out of whacking range from.
Yeah, so you can stay within their melee range, and like you can make it to where it's Rivali. If you can picture like 3 consecutive squares: Rivali, Breena, spiders.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
And I can circle back towards Rivali.
Right.
While staying within. Okay, I'm doing that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So that brings us.
That's
Anything else? Bonus
nope.
action?
That's that. Nope.
Any other bonus actions? Enchantment Wizard.
Dual weapon fighting. No. That is a no.
All right. That brings us to the Needle Blights. 2 of them are going to continue to run into the woods. They're pretty much gone. We'll see how far they go. And the other 2, one's going to come from Casaadi, one's going to come from Lorcan. It's going to take their entire movement just to get to you. And then, they both just take a swipe at each of
At who?
Ones that you, or ones that Lorcan, ones that Casaadi. And no, Lorcan, you have a pretty high AC, don't you?
Yep.
It's like what? Is it 20?
20.
Yep. And then Casaadi, you're at.
Team.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go on a limb and say a 9 and an 8 don't hit.
Okay.
They basically, these two needle blights come. They're just kind of trudging, very zombie-like, and they almost seem a little more disconnected since Billy's disappeared. But it's kind of hard to tell because they don't really have faces. They're just like they're not flowing as well as they were, and so for flavor, like Lorcan, you're just trying to like get your hands clean, very Hamlet of you, and do you even notice this thing trying to hit you?
No.
With an AC of 20?
I mean, with a passive perception of 12, probably not.
Right.
I'm distracted.
Casaadi, do you do anything to defend yourself? Do you just let it hit you and nothing happens?
It would let it bounce off the lab coat.
Alright. After that are the spiders who are going to try a thing.
Ah.
I refuse.
Breena, I need you to make a constitution save.
Is that an attack?
It's an ability?
Ooh. Okay, never mind. Constitution save it is. Ooh. Con save. That is a 21.
That just barely beat. No, then fine.
Okay.
The spiders like try to like as you blasted them off and they're just trying to assimilating themselves, they try to incorporate your feet into that as you walk by. And,
Ow, God, no.
Yeah. You just kind of beat them back, or like the we'll say the magic missile kind of keeps going and knocking them off a little bit. And yeah, so they just fall off easily.
Back off.
And then they are going to actually move backwards a little bit, so you can get an attack of opportunity if you want.
With what?
With my okay, I'll just smack him. I'll smack him with my quarterstaff.
There you go.
Pop.
What else do you do to spiders?
There you go.
Green.
You produce
Sonic
a newspaper
attack.
out of nowhere.
Let's see.
There's
Oh,
producing
wow.
newspaper, and then
It's
there's,
it's a 3
it's a 3. Yeah.
to attack. Yeah.
Locked in an epic
tracks.
battle is a bunch of tiny spiders in Breena.
Just with my staff, I'm just like whacking the floor, kind of trying to scare them off.
I can't tell what's funnier, that visual or that the idea of like you're swinging and like they're countering and parrying you with their tiny spider legs.
God, it's
I
like
mean,
that,
maybe they all have tiny knives.
it's that one old
Oh,
commercial.
No, yeah, they've all got tiny knives.
Ah!
Perfect.
I was thinking more, it's
Hot
like that
finish.
one old commercial where the guy tries to squish a spider and just picks him up and goes,
Throws him. Her screaming, and that is hilarious.
Nightmares.
And that high drama brings us to Casaadi.
Who's
All
in
right, so then there are two enemies. So we are near each other, and the two enemies are within 5 feet of each other, attacking us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there's you, and there is a needle blight 5 feet to your right, and then 10 feet in front of you is Lorcan, and another one 5 feet to his right.
Okay, but are those two needle blights within 5 feet of each other?
No.
No, they are within 10
Damn.
feet of each other.
My
However,
green flame
comma,
blade.
However, you can use your to get in between them and be within 5 feet of both of them. However, they would then get to flank you.
Yes, not ideal. So
Unless they were
and
dead.
also, I'm always unsure because I don't marshal it up with spellcasting that often. When a cantrip such as either Booming Blade or Green Flame Blade is an action, I can't double attack during that turn, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Your action is to take a spell attack, which is different. Okay, it's technically the casting action versus the attack action.
Which involves the melee attack.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Excellent. I mean, not excellent, but excellent for understanding's sake.
I thought you already had the blade out.
Oh, the blade! None of the blades out. There's a cantrip called Booming Blade.
Oh, booming blade. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Booming Blade is something interesting. They're tools, but it's not as efficient as
It's smite light.
getting out the sword, the long blade, which is more bone saw like. But either way,
Oh,
It's always that way. Let's give it a little attack. Just twice. Twice little stabs to this needle blight. We will get 24 and 26 to
Yeah,
hit.
those both hit the lumbering round things.
Are you rolling
Excellent.
on ceramic?
I'm rolling in my bowl that unfortunately doesn't have the padding it usually has. I gotta go get. It has paper towels that fold it inward. Okay. It just happened to go
highest
past
of quality here at Moral School Productions.
Look, the clicky clacks sound good. It makes people know I'm rolling. That I rolled 14 plus 6, 20 damage between the two attacks.
Oh, between the two accounts.
Between the two attacks.
Good
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Alright,
Dear God.
So yeah, taking the long sword in both hands, Casaadi revels, coughs up flies that are suspiciously drenched in a sweet, fizzing liquid, and attacks
carbonated
that
honey.
guy.
Placement and
It's carbonated
And-
honey.
I mean,
Yes,
in a
carb or something.
sense. But yes,
Oh.
that is that. And just, no, you're mine. We fight now.
Describe how you cut through this thing. Is it just like one quick slash, very anime style, or is it a...
It's more pragmatic, I guess you could. It would be more of a slash and then stab, even though technically it's slashing damage both times. Sorry, but yeah, it's a slash. It's a slash across whatever defines its chest, trying to open up and see its innards that may or may not exist.
It's dying. I'm not going to get semantic with flavors, though.
It's science.
Oh, don't worry. But But Casaadi's trying to see what's inside it.
Yeah. As you cut through it, it just dissolves in dirt.
It will kill.
Doug? Mr.
Sort of like-
Markida?
Sort of like before, even though the flies have, flown off from you. He's early today.
Yeah.
You can still hear buzzing in your head as if they were right there by your ear. And it's sort of drowning out some of the other voices that can work their way in there.
Oh no! Bring them back. Go away. Go away.
You hear a somewhat internal harmony, as if somebody else is saying the exact same thing, but at a slightly different pitch.
He's shaking his head a little, trying to get the bugs out.
All right. Do you want to move or anything, or bonus
I'll move to flank the other creature,
action? Okay. Perfect.
Thank
the
you.
other needle blight. No problem.
Very casual.
And just threaten it. Yeah, just very casually walk over and smile the acid dripping smile that he has, that everyone knows and loves.
Can't wait for the action figure. All right, so Lorcan, that brings
With
you up.
real
And
acid
follow
action.
The next player.
The inaction. Don't laugh at that.
It's too late.
No. Alright, so
Hand is still just...
remind me what happened with my hand, please. I forgot to write it down.
When Billy let off like a noxious odor, because you and Casaadi had him flanked, and then he just cackled, and like as he disappeared in this explosion of blood, you just kind of heard a voice saying, "See you in the morning," and then your hand started bleeding consistently and heavily, even though there's no wound on it, and Casaadi started coughing up flies.
I have no recollection of this happening to me. I remember him though.
You
That's
remember like slowly losing your grip on your weapon?
Nope.
That happened. I checked. I watched it today.
Did I?
We recorded my movement.
It's only been how many weeks?
Yeah, it's bad.
Wow, yeah. Something like that.
Feels like just yesterday.
Said see you in the morning.
And then a big piece of dirt tried to hit you, but I'm not sure you noticed. I'm not sure
A big
either
what?
of you noticed.
Piece of dirt.
I heard.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't notice it. That was in character.
You didn't do the voice.
It was a bad job. I did what? Hunter's mark gives me advantage on whatever the fuck checks to find a thing.
Mm-hmm. Survival.
Yeah, or perception. Is that my action?
Hints. Are you like scanning the area like where is this fucker? I'm gonna find him, I'm gonna get him? Or are you just like looking both ways before you cross the street type of deal?
Looking both ways before I stab the Earthman?
I'd give you a bonus action.
Does that
But it
take
raises-
away my second attack?
No, because it should be attack twice when you take the attack action. So,
Okay.
I think the bonus action's only if you're dual wielding.
yeah.
You fool! They're psychic blades.
But
Aha!
if you're just casually doing a backlight, it raises the DC a little bit, but you bonus action.
Okay, that one.
That one.
I picked you because you're the character colors. Don't fuck it up.
You have advantage though, don't you?
Yep. But I
Rain
just asked. I'm not. That's not me at all. You just gave me an item.
I know, but good at tracking.
Alright, and it's perception or survival.
Mm-hmm.
I think I choose perception because I'm proficient in it, which means not a negative number. Modifier. So, 17 perception?
With a 17 perception, what is Lorcan's history with, if any, with the occult?
I don't know, you hear stories, people do jobs for people, but you don't look too much into it.
Alright, that boy ain't here. There's not many places he could have hid. You're not good, you don't really understand the occult historically, but you're real good at finding people who are hiding. And there's not a lot of places to hide in this spot. It's a hill, there's some water at the bottom, there's a boat with some snake people nearby. There's a park
the woods.
there's the woods, but the woods are several, like, at least 50 feet that way.
And how did he disappear?
He basically let off this huge, like, odor gas, and then essentially, I would say, to simplify it from Lorcan's point of view, he exploded into blood.
But I would know that he did not reach 0 hit points when he did that.
Correct. Yeah, his body's not there anymore. There was just an explosion of blood, and now he's gone. It was gruesome.
Cool. I'm gonna stab the thing now.
Roll for thing stabbing.
Right,
With
and I get
advantage.
sneak attack because we flanking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I didn't think about that. I've been playing with
When you have
Maltor too
advantage.
much, so I forgot all my sneak attack rules forever.
Swashbuckler always just kind of turns that on its head a little bit.
Yep. Just enough where I'm like, what is this?
Swashbuckler.
Philosophical.
Attack is 3d6.
That's a
Okay.
lot.
Yeet.
So, well, I have to hit it first.
Do the thing.
Destroy it.
Yes. Nat 20.
That do the thing.
Okay, so that's
That's more than destroying it.
double dice.
I think min damage is gonna do fine.
21.
Pulverizing it.
If you want to have fun with how you.
I done fucked it up real good, huh? Yeah, I mean, just the crit dice total is gonna be 23, plus the +5 from the attack, plus 1d8 and 3d6. I'm not gonna roll it.
No, that's more than he's got. He's living dirt.
I want it to explode the same way Billy did.
Okay.
With less blood, more mud.
Yup.
And that's a company slogan. It's so essentially you're seeing this explosion of blood, and again from the camera like goes to Lorcan, who's just kind of like this as the blood hits, and Casaadi, who's just unaffected as it goes over. Lab coat remains remarkably clean, and then you sort of look around and try to figure out, well, I'm not hiding anywhere. So this is Lorcan's version of a science experiment. Of I'm going to make this thing do the exact same thing. And so, again, despite Lorcan's simple demeanor and sort of way of presenting themselves, they move. Then he I always forget. He moves with just a cat-like grace and dexterity, and just completely like sticks a fist inside this thing and then spins to try to make the biggest like blast radius possible. Camera goes back to Casaadi. Dirt comes from the other side. Still
clean.
still clean. Like a small fly escapes. All right, and you have movement if you wish.
Are there any other things I can attack within range with my second one?
I thought your second attack was a bonus action.
No, with the
Already bonus actioned.
Yeah, you bonus action, and then they're at the point where you take an extra or that. They just have the extra attack, so when you take the attack action, you get to do 2. But there's nothing else within range, because all of the other blights are running in, and and Breena is locked in mortal combat with a bunch of tiny spiders. Rivali, you're going to be up next, and Breena, you're after that.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how they have extra attack.
Right.
Because you're
It says
5 rogue, barb 1.
Five rogue give you the 2 basic attacks.
No, Barg is the only
Really?
martial class that doesn't get extra attack.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so you got the 1.
Yup.
And then,
After you attack with the blade, you can make a melee ranged weapon attack with the second psionic blade as a bonus action on the same turn.
gotcha. Alright, cool. Yeah, so you use the bonus action to check for traffic. And either way, there's nobody within range. Yeah. Yeah. Did you want to move any?
Sorry, I don't see where it says. Okay. Yeah, I'll move towards hell.
Alright, and you have what, 30?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So that brings you up pretty much right behind Rivali. You naturally bring our camera to Rivali as the turn begins. Rivali, you're up. You are 30 stories high.
Damn.
Very small, even smaller Breena now in front of you. Very Count of Monte Cristo with all of these tiny spiders.
Okay, how many of like the swarms of spiders are there again?
Just the one. There's just one swarm. The other ones ran away.
I'm gonna step over Breena. Literally over to get to a point where I'm ideally flanking.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Watching the... And I'm just gonna... Probably just gonna shake his head and swing for the ground.
Okay, something in me tells me I should give you disadvantage for that, but I'm not going to. Like, just roll to attack.
Okay. Do you want me to do it? Well, because
I can't justify it, so like
Please no.
well,
no. We'll say just roll to attack because you're flanking. So even if it was disadvantage, it would even out.
yeah. Okay. Dirty 20.
All right,
Good shit.
roll some damage on some spiders.
Sorry, I forgot what
Spider up.
what damage my dice was. Do you want me to? Do you want me to roll both attacks at once, or?
Sure.
Okay.
And you use a higher damage die because you're big.
Yeah. Well, the second attack was a nat 1,
Yeah.
but it's still a 10 after modifier.
Okay. Just roll me a d12.
I like it.
I don't trust it.
My eyes just twitching.
1.
Yeah.
1. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're good. You get really close to scare Breena. Like you just it's a very Monty Python-esque like hand comes down. But like you're good. I had it to where if you rolled a 3 or higher, you'd have to do a dex save.
Okay.
Okay,
but damage for the attack that does hit is a 4 plus 6 plus another d6. So 11 plus a d6 from the chroma cloth as a bonus action, which is another 6.
17?
Yeah. 6 of which is fire.
It's fire. Okay. Okay. You squish the remaining spiders if you would like to. Do you do it all at once, or do you just go one by one and sort of?
What I was kind of hoping, even though Rivali wouldn't know this because science and he's not a smart man, is the punch from the chroma cloth would be so hot that it would crystallize the sand, just kind of entrapping the spiders.
Yep. Okay, I can dig that. He's not a smart man, but he's not a total idiot. But so I won't say that he's just yes, I punched the ground so hard I made crystal. But that's what my brain really wanted to do. It's just
I have an intelligence of 8.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's only slightly below it. I'm fairly certain I have an intelligence of 8 some days. So it's
You just give yourself disadvantage. That's different.
yeah. So you figure out that, okay, punching the sand kind of does something here. As the spiders just squeal and screech in terror as they are trapped in a fortress of solitude until they die. All right, yeah.
I'd say tragic, but I hate them.
Yeah. So I think that does it because everybody else ran away. Yeah, I think that ends combat. Congratulations.
I'm tracking this
Right,
bitch.
Before anything, I want to pick up while I'm still large, I want to pick up the Fortress of Spidertude and yeet it into the ocean.
Fuck yeah.
I need you to make just a ranged attack, please.
Please do not hit me with this.
I rolled a nat 1.
Ah!
Of course.
I have fear. I'm in that direction.
It's gotta be over my head.
Okay.
If I can convince you to make it a strength check to throw it instead.
So
Too late.
Still a 1.
here's the thing, and here's
No, I'd get
here's the
advantage.
thing. Lorcan is currently booking it full speed up this hill.
Yep. Dex save?
Casaadi is looking in the
Standing
opposite
still.
direction, just standing there. So, I'll need a dex save from Lorcan and a dex save with disadvantage from Casaadi.
Yeah, that
Wait,
checks.
can I roll a strength check to see just how hard I yeet it?
Sure.
Do you want me to add
Roll
my
it.
strength? Or
You're just doing the math for me, so yeah.
yeah,
22.
14.
The dice are looking favorably today. 18.
18.
Oh.
Okay.
I got an 18 and a 19. It's okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
So Lorcan just basically, you as soon as you let go. I don't know if anybody's done this, but it brings me to a specific memory of throwing a baseball, and as soon as you let go, you're like, oh, that's gonna hit a car. Oh no! And all you can do is sit and helplessly watch. That's kind of the feeling you get here. Yes, you're just gigantic. Oh no. Luckily, you're gigantic, and Lorcan is big cat. And
I'm
can
only
see this.
9 feet tall, first of all.
It's so much funnier in my head if you're 9 stories tall.
Okay.
Can
I'll-
I do a
I'll-
Witcher dodge roll?
I'll take the 9 stories tall, but I'm gargantuan then.
For this moment, you became gargantuan.
Okay.
And yeah, you said you want to do a dodge
A Witcher
roll?
dodge roll, yeah.
Yep.
A twirl.
It's-
A pirouette. As they
No,
love
like
to
a
say in the
somersault
novels.
while I'm still running full speed.
And then, there's a moment where, again, our camera is positioned in front of Casaadi, and just this shadow starts to overtake, and you see as it seems like it's going to connect, but almost an after image similar to the melee fight you saw earlier. It seems to pass through him and go into the water. You said you rolled a 14 on your strength?
Mm-hmm.
Kurt, you get about 4 skips out of it before it gets in the water.
Hell yeah!
Yes!
I was just basically like standing there, kind of like seeing the rock go by, and then waiting until like it crashes into the sea before slowly turning back around.
Yes, all you can think of is like who was down there. It's like
Like,
you turn around to see Lorcan booking it full speed right at you.
Is that not where the sea snake quest people live? The ocean?
Nobody's
Snakes like
around to hear
spiders.
you.
yeah,
You're
we're all
like
far
50 feet away.
Snakes like spiders, right?
Speaking of which, though, where is everybody at? Because Lorcan's running at me. Casaadi's there. Where are the others?
I'm
That. Go ahead.
towering over you.
No, I know you. They're behind.
Yeah, Charisma 4. I'm up here.
I know. Hello.
I'm not asking. I'm looking.
That's a chalk that up somewhat to me not having all my together last time, but yes, once the fight came, all the people that were picnicking and stuff up there sort of scattered, and so did the water snake folks. But in a much more organized way. The last you saw them, they were near the boats in the negotiation, and when shit hit the fan, they knew what to do. But that's the last place you saw them is near the boats.
Okay, so they're nowhere to be seen right now.
They're not within your current eyesight. No, there's a boat there, a big pile of blood over there by Casaadi, and 2 mounds of dirt.
He and I guess I'm the only one covered in it because he's somehow clean or whatever.
Only
And
the
running
armor.
directly at you.
Only the armor.
Yeah.
There's a chunk of there's like a decent sized hole in the ground where spiders used to be. Actually,
Me, technically.
Breena, make an either history or arcana. Whatever's higher for you.
Yeah, let me check.
Both are pretty high.
They're the same.
Yeah.
21.
21. Looking at... As you take a moment to kind of look at everything, originally for Shavel and all of the other... And, but it's sort of like a magic eye when you backed up just the amount of distance. And something clicks. And something looks familiar about... It's almost like a painting you've seen before. Kind of that same recollection of blood and soot where somebody's disappeared. Several small beasts inside a Westing doll of beasts inside of a beast inside of a beast inside of a talking panda with guns. It's sort of the context of the whole thing. Of this was a heated conversation, but still a business dispute that just kind of escalated, and without any real reason. With a 20, 21's pretty high. So yeah, you've seen this combination of things similar happen, but you can't quite place where.
Okay.
But for the first time since you woke up on a boat, your things make a little bit of sense, or they seem like they're not just several random things happening. Like, wait a minute. And then, with that high of a roll another one for me, just to see if you can figure out, like, what happens next in order.
16.
16.
All right.
Not bad.
The DC I had was 18. So it's like, it's like right there. It's like...
It's like trying
It's
to
not-
remember a dream. Ugh.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
exactly.
if it would have allowed kind of, maybe not, I don't know if it allows an assist, but I know Casaadi would have a out loud musing of, he took my reaction. I couldn't counterspell it that same turn. It was a shame.
What is the
I would have
range?
stopped him.
How loud are you?
Yeah, how...
Unfortunately, not super loud. I forgot how far away you were.
But what's
no,
the
I'm
range
not.
on your telepathy?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
So
not
probably
enough.
not enough. But still, at least
Would you have followed me while I sprinted in that direction?
no.
Okay. I figured I just
I
wanted
better
to
say
try.
something
He's probably looking at the spot where the. Wait, no, that was a different creature. Sorry, he's not at the spot. Yeah, no, he's at the spot with the Banff. That's the one he was talking about. So yeah, he's going back to that and
45
just
feet
kind of like
away.
looking at the ground. Yeah, 45 feet, of course.
We'll
Yep.
say
Yeah.
that then, yeah, Breena, as you sort of like trying to remember a dream, like you don't feel like impending terror, like, oh no, it's the end of 7, but you also just like, there's another moment in the sequence. What is it? And like, as you're kind of looking over the entire scene, yeah, well, that camera will come down to Casaadi a little bit as you're. So you said you were looking at the Banff Point or the
More or
Mounds of
less.
Dirt.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just do investigation.
Okay. I'm proficient, but not good at it.
Me and Perception.
Mood.
Well, again, he has a -1 int, but he's proficient in it to have a positive modifier because I'm assuming it's not something he knows; it's information that's being fed to him. Even more so because he nat 1, so he's probably just
Not really.
It's
For a
lot
second,
of
he
buzzing.
threatens his own ear hole with the magic's blade, and just not
I-
yet.
Do make a wisdom save, though, please.
Okay, as a police siren.
Can the car stop interrupting our session, please?
It's ambiance. It's ambiance.
10.
There's cars?
10. Okay, the DC was 10.
Okay.
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, roll me 2d6.
All right. 6.
6. You, with that, like reflexively almost like cough, belch, and 60 flies come out all at once,
Ah!
and then fly off.
Interesting. I
Are there
forgot
any
about
more
that.
Left?
He'll try and voluntarily cough too to see if that summons any more.
What on God's green earth do you roll for that?
I don't know. It could be an Arcana thing to try and.
Medicine.
Medicine?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll say medicine.
So
Sure.
you have him voluntarily retching. You have scary lizard man going.
I will turn around at that.
Watching this from atop the hill, like,
Yeah.
19 too.
Rivali's watching from like this way up here.
I'm just like
That's
over my
fucking
shoulder,
weird.
like, the fuck?
19.
Yes, 19. He's kind of going. It's not even. It might not even be him. It might be some other voice going through his muscles, trying to make them move in a way that. Bleh.
One fly that's a little bit bigger than the rest of them pops out.
Catch it.
Oh, okay. Do a dex save as it tries to get away.
Yep.
It's a reflex.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 8.
8.
Screw it. I'm using the inspiration instead. This is. He tries twice. Here we go. 17.
All right, you go with the first hand and you just smack it and like daze the bug and then catch it with the other hand.
All right, look at it and also look over to Breena and go, "Fly, it should be examined."
you're right.
Come here.
Okay. Also,
Come examine
Lorcan?
my prize.
Lorcan is passing by. I'm
Yeah.
gonna, like, I'm starting to make my way, but Lorcan's running up the hill.
What do you do
Well,
when you get to the
I
top
was.
of the hill? Just keep running? Do you stop?
Perception again?
What are you looking for? Just anything?
Where the fuck he go?
The idea of you Forrest Gumping it is really funny. Yeah, just you can go ahead and roll perception.
I will if
With
I
advantage
find
because
him.
you've got him marked.
Please?
Meanwhile, I am making my way to Casaadi.
11.
11. He's not hiding up here either. This is a better hiding place. There's woods. But
Maybe he's hiding in the blood.
you just turn around. Like you don't,
I turn
you
around
don't
and
break
sprint back to
stride.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a football player at practice. All right, we'll say that you just zoom past Breena.
It's called Search and Suicides.
Rivali, are you still 9 feet tall and just...
I'm assuming more than a minute has passed since all of this began.
I don't know.
For comedy's sake,
chicanery.
you can stay tall if you want to be.
I'll stay tall, and then I'll walk forward a little bit, so I'm standing in front of the hole where the fortress of Spider-Tooth was.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna with the seatbelt.
Of course.
So the seat itself has not grown with you. So you are a 9-foot-tall cat sitting on a chair made for a still large cat person.
Good.
Good.
If it fits.
If it fits.
I'm only 3 feet taller.
It's
Yeah.
good. Just like me trying to sit in one of those little plastic L chairs that you get in the dining sets.
Yeah, you know what? No, screw it. I'm a cat croissanted up.
Oh yeah. Come. You know what? I'll give you 2 temporary HP for being comfortable.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what we're all about here.
Fuck, I need that.
Damn.
I'm at
It's a
71.
fantasy game, man. Okay, so
It took a lot of damage for someone with 28 AC, okay? Like,
Well, wasn't it
I mean-
all spells?
Yeah.
All-
Saves and the like.
I would like to point out that with all this sprinting, your hand is still bleeding a lot.
am I taking damage?
Nope, just losing some blood.
You can put
Okay.
the spider in the blood. The fly in the blood.
No. We're not doing any of that.
Um,
Not that kind of science.
Hold on.
The 3 of you are now around this blood
This
stain.
is not Lorcan science.
Wait, okay.
Can I take a
First of
short
all-
rest during all of this, by the way? Because,
We'll see how long it goes.
yeah. Rivali's not smart enough to help with any of this.
Alright.
So-
Respect.
This
Cut.
one is special. I summoned it. The rest are not mine.
You coughed all of those up, right? Alright.
Can you control him?
This one was one I made.
Make it do something.
Wait, no, hold it still. Hold on. Show me.
Make it hold still.
Holding onto the wings.
Make it hold still with your
I
mind.
want to investigate this one. Arcana check, I guess.
Sure.
Can I investigate the fly?
So much shorter than they are, as they're just like, I can't
Well,
hold
I-
still. I created this one.
I'm pulling his arm down.
Can I assist by giving the full gruesome background of all right. So I attempted to make my sternum move in such a way that would cause the fly to be coming out through the lungs where I assume that they're being cultivated. I don't know though. No one's told me where they're cultivated yet.
Do any come out while he
Doesn't
talks?
know.
But awesome. Okay.
Roll a Constitution save to see if any come out while you talk.
Okay.
Casaadi doesn't realize this, but the buzzing in his head has made him speak somewhat louder, but he's still speaking raspily.
16.
16? None come out. You feel them a little bit, but you're starting to get used to them.
They're still in my throat occasionally.
What happens if you drink something?
Okay.
Do you drown him?
I get out the water skin, and instead of sucking on it, it's definitely a head back, water skin down.
Yes, let you.
While the other hand's holding out the fly still.
Gargling flies.
You take... I don't even know what to call this. You take 3 fly damage as you somewhat choke yourself, because
Okay,
you cannot
good.
swallow all at once.
That did damage to me. It wasn't pleasant.
It's like water and
still.
flies. It's really gross.
Fine. Here. Fly.
Alright. Can I Arcana check this fly?
With I would say
Oh yeah, and do I have a help
would say
from Casaadi?
I would say investigation
Okay.
or well, I guess Arcana because it's definitely not natural. Yeah, we'll do Arcana with advantage.
Who's to say what's natural with this man?
Me.
Okay. 16.
16. You haven't. So the biology of flies is not necessarily your expertise, but everything's a little your expertise, or that seems to be, what I've picked up as, an all-seeing entity in this situation.
Nitro's not bad too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the size of a horsefly, but it's not a horse. It's just a regular housefly, which is odd, and you can just tell by the makeup because the horsefly has like all horse hairs and just hooves, if you will, a little saddle. But it's just a common housefly, but it's the size of your thumb.
Don't look at its mouth.
Knowing or having infestation myself as a spell, is this very familiar or is this not?
Ooh.
Or how close to it would I be?
You kind of like. How do you cast infestation? If you were to cast a small one, just as like
A small
what does it look
infestation.
like?
A small infestation.
It's gonna be a 60-day thing though.
Hold on, I didn't think
Who's
of
paying
it. Wait, let me
advance?
see what's the actual thing.
I'm still mad at my apartment complex in Savannah, Georgia from 6 years ago.
Usually how I cast infestation is when I am annoyed with somebody and I cast it right in their face, so it usually kind of swarms up.
That tracks.
Okay. So take that feeling and make it okay. I need to look at it. Is it like? So I like to think you're like, okay, I can do this. I'm not aggravated, but I can be aggravated for just don't. So I'm gonna say just like a burst of it, like just flies up for a second. Okay, yeah, that works. So this is, I would say, when you cast infestation, whatever creature you summon or whatever object or whatever you use to infest, it works with a purpose. It comes out, it has a goal, it's going to move somebody, roughly 5 feet in a random direction. Love that spell. And then it either dissipates or, dies or whatever the bugs do, or just mysteriously they're not there anymore. These is kind of the same origin, but they're almost intoxicated. There's no goal, they're just like flowing around, and they're leaving Casaadi's body because where else are they? Kind of a deal. The one that you're holding is
there.
The one that they're holding is conscious. It's conscious. It's a little dazed from getting smacked by an save, but it is just like it's honestly it's like those big fat ragdoll cats that you hold, and like they just kind of go. That's what this big ass fly is doing.
Make it move with your brain.
Attempt telekinetically.
Roll. Just roll a d20 and add your charisma.
Good.
Okay.
Animal handling.
That's another nat 1, 4.
Oh my god,
Wow.
get your dice. How many is that this session?
2.
2 from me, 2 from Sean.
God
This is
damn.
a lot of nat ones.
Look, if you're gonna do them, now's the time.
No!
Yes,
Breena,
so, right?
you're really focused on this fly, and you're starting to get used to Casaadi just kind of staring at you or slightly beside of you. Or,
Through you.
But through you. You're not.
Yeah.
But now he's just like slowly getting closer. That's a
Are
gift.
you alright? Casaadi?
It's not, no.
Lorcan, roll an intelligence save.
Good. Good. Do I have anything for that? Oh shit, I do. 16.
You feel a strange compulsion to move, but you don't. Like, you're really like, buying into what Casaadi's selling here. But you're stronger than that. You've seen enough. You've seen enough things.
You're not my supervisor.
The vibe we're going for. Rivali, your chair starts to rock a little bit. You didn't even tell it to do that. Just very friendly, like giving you a little back and forth to kind of,
I'm gonna
Help you chill
give
out.
it a little pat, and then
as
purr.
you slowly, a little pat and a purr, but you don't let anybody else hear it.
Exactly.
As you slowly go back down to your 6 foot frame, 6.5 foot frame.
6'4".
Your small,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote. So with the really high check that you had earlier, Breena, this this means something. This is definitely a part of it, but you're not sure where or how important it is. Like, that's odd.
6'2".
Also,
Okay.
Lorcan is still bleeding
Yeah,
from the
I
hand
literally was
quite a
about
bit.
to be like, okay, and what is wrong with you?
My weapon keeps getting slippery.
Is that
Where's the
not-
wound?
do you have a wound in there?
It just keeps happening.
Is there like an actual wound, or is
No.
it just? So
It's
you're
bleeding as if there was one there, but
all right. You're coughing up flies, and this one's bleeding.
Can I
Blood
lick it
seems
to
like
tell
more of
if
an
it's
issue.
mine?
yeah, it's D&D. You can,
I don't know what I roll.
that's the most.
Is it the right color?
I would think nature or medicine. Let's do medicine. Let's see. We're doing bullshit medicine checks today.
Cool, that's
We're
worse.
doctors.
We're doctors today.
Untrained doctors.
13 minus 1.
Somehow, Rivali ended up being the wisest of all. 13 minus 1.
Yep.
This is your blood, but normally, like, something made it come here. Like, this is, like, blood that's hanging out. You don't even feel lightheaded. You've lost a lot of blood. You sprinted up and down a hill.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a Constitution save.
Good.
Collect it. Make a jar.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Hey, you've lost a lot of blood. You're realizing that you're a little lightheaded.
Oh.
But you're good. You don't, like, pass out or anything.
Make it stop.
I don't know how.
I have holy water.
All right, it's worth
There's
a
no hole.
I was deemed fit to be made to have holy water. Maybe it would stop the unholy bleeding, the one that lacks a hole.
Sure.
Might as
You
well
still-
try it because I don't have any.
You still
any
can't
spells.
hear the voice that you're used to hearing, Casaadi, but you just get a feeling of, like, half amusement, half annoyance
That sounds
Reasonable.
amidst
positive.
all the buzzing.
Maybe if the blood stops, the buzzing stops. It's hard to say, but a few drops, it doesn't matter. I have a flask worth. It's enough. Have a little holy water. Drip, drip.
Okay. Drip, drip.
Holy plus unholy equals nothing. Hopefully.
Just Lee.
I think that came with his background. I don't know why, but he has holy water and a holy
Just
symbol.
Took it in a church at one point.
Probably.
This
Might be useful.
Yep.
The time is now.
I'm a main character.
knew.
I need this.
Just
I'm
looting.
here to steal, yes.
the bleeding
Everything's
stops.
mine.
Everything's fine. It's like an RPG just walk into somebody's house. Oh, hello there. The
Yoink.
bleeding stops, but it's just kind of like you can still see it slowly pooling almost under your skin, which I guess is close to where your blood should be, but like almost like it's worked. You can kind of feel like it's worked as a stopgap, but it's not bleeding anymore, and you already feel a little bit better. Casaadi, how would your deity
Feel about holy water.
feel about just feel about Lorcan?
Useful for now. Someone who needs to be someone who needs to be alive because that is what's deemed necessary for this adventure. It's
Is
She's
Sean
useful.
your warlock patron?
no. That's someone else.
Lorcan, you feel like you just got the Heimlich. Like, you feel better. You're not in pain anymore, but it was not pleasant. And, stomach's a little upset.
Huh.
Rivali, make a either investigation or do perception with advantage.
With advantage, you say.
Mm-hmm. I do say.
15.
15. Yeah, you don't want to do anything going on in that conversation. What's over here?
You can take a cat nap.
But yeah, all right. Oh yeah. So you start to take a cat nap. You're like listening out, make sure nothing in the woods is coming up to get you. Bouncer shit. You're good. You do catch movement down by the boat, and on the opposite side where there was that path from earlier that Casaadi. I remember you said, like, what's that way? Nothing important. There are a couple of people kind of like sticking their heads out and like making sure everything's okay, talking amongst themselves. Looks like kind of bringing their things back. They seem kind of afraid to approach anybody, but they're within visible distance.
Gonna give them a tired wave, like a, it's okay.
Okay.
And then go back to...
Okay, so so they're on the opposite side of the boat. Sorry, I didn't know if I clarified that. Like the little movement on the boat down there, and then people coming from over here, just kind of back to the fray. But
Also, random thought. Well, it'd be more like a thought has appeared within my head. I've been told that. Well, I remember hearing that the snakes were organized in their escape. Maybe they're used to these creatures, the enemies we fought, the monsters we overcame, the XP we earned.
I do wonder how normal it is for two villagers to pop into monsters. And the fact that you're coughing up flies now is not... I don't like that.
4 more.
It only hurt.
4 more come out.
Oh. It only hurt 3 damage points. It hasn't been that much of a hamper. But I wish to hear again, and it is annoying to have them within.
Yeah,
Actually...
You can't laundry and flies in the same place.
Why don't you try some of your holy water? It's the same kind of thing.
It is a good idea, yes. Take a swig. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a face.
Yeah, that is a face.
That was several thoughts.
Oh my.
Water cure me.
We're doing science.
Make a constitution save.
Mm-hmm. 5.
Cock.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's starch. The flies are a little quieter. Not much, but a little.
Can start chewing on his talons again. Nails, whatever the hell you call them.
Any better?
Different. Starch. Bread. Gluten?
What?
The hell is gluten?
It's part of bread. Alright, hold on. So, there's...
Not gone.
There's ash on the floor and blood on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of pattern to it? Or is it just...
I would say, again, because you're working the kind of realization of some things, you can use... What skill do you want to use for this? Like, investigation would be just general looking at it. There's Arcana to try to look for the thing. There's Nature, there's Survival.
At this point, it would be mostly like Arcana to see if it's kind of like a spell or like a casting or any kind of like residue of this did something to cause them to have this and left a pattern or anything like that. Any kind of like residue of that.
Yeah, I'll let you roll that with advantage because you're kind of piecing together some things that you recognized.
Right.
Also, Casaadi can say,
it's
this
the
is
same.
Oh. I was gonna say, this is definitely not Thunderstep, a spell I can cast that lets me teleport 90 feet away, but damages those left behind.
They are the same, and it's a 23.
23.
Yup.
This blood stain really, like, not like deliberate, but it doesn't look as random as an explosion should. Now, granted, there's like splatters of blood everywhere, but like the center piece doesn't look as random as it should. Kind of pace around it a little bit. sort of look. And then as you switch sides, and you're standing on Casaadi's side, kind of facing Lorcan's side, you recognize it's a signature. So mages notoriously, necromancer, but typically mages have some sort of signature effect or symbol or calling card is what I've been trying to say.
Or Mark.
Thank you very much. And you recognize this one. And with the 23 and then a 21 before, you're starting to put together of this is some. Wait a minute, you have seen. You saw this in school, where there's only one known who ever gave you any kind of competition. And I'm really hoping I get the name right because I cannot remember life. But I think his name was Lance Fancy. Something of that nature.
I think it might have been. I don't have it in
Somebody
my notes.
go on our wiki and find out. But
All right,
yeah,
let's
I
go.
remember
Let's go
Lance.
let's go with Lance.
That sounds right.
Yeah, you recognize the crude signature of Lance the Gnome. TM.
What?
Saving that for later, but a 23 and a 21, I can't much again.
You've got to be kidding me! I'm immediately going to the ash one to see if there's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the revelation?
I know this person. Necromancer named Lance. You both got hit. Damn it. I didn't study necromancy.
Now it's
Character from your backstory, yes.
Now it's coming back in flashes. The formation of the spiders matches the signature. The even the markings on Cobb's thorax match the signature.
What is he doing? Alright. Well, we got a necromancer. I don't know what he's doing. But you two might be on a timer.
He's the enemy we must strike down soon, then.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
With him.
The last you saw Lance was the day before graduation, when he essentially disappeared for the very last day. And all you saw behind were just large mounds in the cafeteria of just anything that could be reached. Like either he was rummaging for supplies or experimenting on something and it went wrong. The rumors have gone all around, but nobody's seen him since.
Years. Alright. Well, I don't know. I don't know what he wants, but... Yeah, old schoolmate. Guess it's time for a reunion. And I don't know where to go, and I don't know how anybody else fits into this. Okay. I'm just gonna start... Pulls out, a notepad and start, scribbling notes.
You know who's responsible for... You turn and there's Shavel coming from around the boat with about 6 to 7 other water snake people. They seem a little more careful than he does, whereas he walks around the boat and then as he gets water, it stops becoming footsteps and becomes much more of a slither, but then he gets out of the water and he doesn't seem hostile or anything, just sort of a... Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
A colleague?
Guess be.
An old classmate.
An enemy.
I've seen him in eons. Shit's been over here. What is he doing? Just kind of like in my head a little bit.
He sort of looks at Casaadi and Lorcan. Are either of you the face of this group?
In what sense?
Who do I talk to find out if somebody needs the, Who needs to answer my question?
Me,
Depends on
obviously.
the
And I'm just
questions.
gonna close the book.
We're back here now.
Yes.
Okay.
The beat people up one is sleeping.
All right. Quick question: is it usual for people to burst into creatures?
Or blood?
Yeah.
Now, the blood is new, I will say. Blood is new.
Sure is.
Fuck. That is revolting. Is
Which
he
one?
normal?
Who does he say to?
He's
Yeah. What?
in the Casaadi, and he turns to
Oh.
Lorcan. Always like this. I can't tell anything.
I don't know if any of us can really.
That's fair.
The flies are new.
All right.
Flies are new. Good to know. The beasts are uncommon, and this is the closest they've gotten to the docks. But we've definitely heard stories of people changing.
Okay. Quick question: were those
Quick
people
answer.
people? Did
They
you know
were.
them? Were they? Did they have families? Were they known
No.
to be monsters?
Yes, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
You know, Billy and Cobb are just run of the mill. I see them every other Thursday, generally coming down here, complaining.
Okay.
But not like that. That was this makeover was new. It's the first I've seen it myself.
All right. Other question: you ferry people around, right? You're the border control.
More or less.
Ice.
Have you seen a gnome?
Like ever? Or
Let's see. Gnome about. I don't really have a description of Lance.
About yay
make it
tall.
up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get to make it up.
Have you seen a gnome about a little taller than me? Just about yay high. Might have been different. Fairly big ears, bigger nose. Green eyes. Kind of brownish green eyes,
Brownish
And-
green, brownish.
and straw-like hair.
Oh. Length of the hair.
Short, but I've seen him when he was a kid. It's been years.
And you're certain this is your perpetrator?
I mean, he signed his stuff.
Shable kind of walks over. Clever. Very clever. Alright, the bad news is, no, I have not seen a gnome. There are not many, smaller kinfolk on Rhys. Lots of natural dangers, offense intended. Where is your... He just kind of looks up and sees Rivali just lounging.
If he's within 30 feet, I'll tell him in his head, we have company. Good company, maybe.
I think you're still 50 or 60 feet away.
Damn.
have not moved.
Yep.
He stares in his direction. Past him.
That's normal.
I tried.
Yeah, Shable didn't even say anything. Just there's like a quick little. All right. But I can point you in the direction of where we've been hearing some of the disappearances, which I've been starting to, unfortunately, believe are connected with the wardrobe changes of years, fairly.
Okay, yeah, that's a good start.
Is this why you all are here?
It's maybe
Probably.
a challenge.
This was actually quite a surprise, not gonna lie.
But any challenge will involve us, will involve those we know as well. Though I know little, others know many.
That comment was specifically about having a reunion with a classmate.
Indeed. Well, I can tell you. There were several places to start with this investigation, but you skipped a few steps. Good, that's it. Time. Time is time. I have to stay here to protect. He looks back, and there's again about where there were 7 or 8. There's now about 24 water snake people of different ages and genders and appearances, all just kind of peeking out. He's like, everyone. Seems like this place would fall apart without business savvy hands. Would I? We break easy. I tend to be an exception. Through some hard work, a little luck. And as you can see, not everyone is happy with appearance here. Our presence is the word I was looking for. If you go, so this trail over here is pretty much a wild goose. You ignore it. Take you to the business office where it's gonna run you in circles. Waste about 4 hours of time, right? You can go up to the church. The old church is the last place we heard of such activity. Go through the woods a bit, but you seem more than capable of handling yourselves. There's also the graveyard of the old church, which is to the left through the woods. We pass by there occasionally in the ferry, but I've not investigated it.
Creatures reside within the forest.
So that. Sorry, that was. The church is to what cardinal
North.
direction? North.
North is the current church, which
Okay.
I'm not articulating very well right now, but it's a. He kind of explains like that's the current church, but nobody's been there for pretty much since the disappearances have started, because there just seems to be some sort of connection there. To the west is the old church, which is really nothing left but like a crater and a graveyard. He doesn't know much about it. He's seen it, but that's about it. To the right is some information gathering purposes. It would be a waste of time, but he's not ruling it out completely because there are people out there who could probably help you.
He seems.
Give or take.
All right.
If your gnome friend is as clever as you imply, he could be using the current church as a base of operations, or he could be using it as a decoy. We're sensitive to the religious dishes. I guess the same could
We
apply
lost
to
the end of that
Yeah.
last sentence.
We're
Sensitive
real,
to.
we're real sensitive to religious superstition types.
Ah.
Same could be said though of the old church, so I'm afraid I'm not much more help.
But the old church, there's no building.
Oh no. There's just a hole in the ground and a couple of memories.
Why
What
is it a
happened to the
hole?
building?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a long story. So long story short, somebody didn't like the church. They decided to not have it be there anymore.
Which group is?
That is up for debate. There are some who think it's the locals themselves, sort of land contract
Bless you.
disputes. Some blame the outsiders coming in and finding a convenient thing to rile everybody up with. Some blame my people for reasons unbeknownst to me.
Is it a magical boom or a barrel of gunpowder?
I do not know. The crater is the same either way to me.
The after effect is all that matters, yes.
All right.
Can I use this information to try and find Billy one more time?
Sure.
Can I just quickly insight check afterwards?
Yes. You can go ahead and roll for that if you want.
Eat shit. Another 12.
So with that, with the third kind of scan, nothing going on, you can just, he's not in the immediate area.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can't really guess which way he went. Okay.
Can I go to passive? Because I got a 4.
You're a little distracted just because, like, Lorcan's getting frustrated trying to, like, track something that's, and, going off direction, cussing to himself, coming back, cussing to himself. Shavel's, like, trying to articulate what he knows. He's a musing, wistfully about the history that he knows, which doesn't really apply to much. And then Casaadi's like coughing up flies occasionally and going on his own monologue underneath. But with the passive, just kind of a natural check, this is a very different Shavel than you ran into at the beginning. He was very defensive then. He was very commanding of the situation. I'm in control here. You don't know what's going to happen next, I do. This is a much more... You can almost see the exhaustion in his eyes, some. And you can see the stark body language difference between him and the other water snake people on this, near the boat. And he's a charmer, and he's very charismatic, so you're not 100% sure, but it seems like he's telling the truth.
Does the group of snake people include children?
Yes.
Okay.
They're adorable. They're like, they'll like slip into the water and then instantly become about 3 times faster. Just kind of go in circles with each other. Their parents fuss at them and they come back, and but then like another 2 will go off and do it, and they're like, this repeats itself. Rivali.
Hello.
Sun's really nice. What are you dreaming about?
I'm dreaming about the very fun moment of breaking Cobb.
Your foot twitches happily a little bit.
Good.
All right.
With the rebel, or the sound that's going on down there, you kind of rouse from cat nap a little bit, and you notice that there are a couple of people, most of them children, but a couple of like parents and such too, are just kind of comfortably making their way back, kind of with you as like a centerpiece. They feel a little safer with you there, and so they're like, hey, yeah, this guy's watching out for us.
All right. First of all, big stretchy.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Roll for stretch.
All right. 12.
That's
Hell
a big
yeah.
stretch.
Big stretch.
Like, one person in the back goes, stretch.
Good. And then
That's the blood on it.
he'll actually get up this time and begin to make his way down, or make my way down. What did I miss?
Investigations, flies, possible goings to a
Science?
church, blood,
Yeah.
I
holy
never
water.
was good at science. Was more of a gym class kid.
And that came in handy. That was a big step.
Right. I was just
Out of
looking
curiosity,
the
was that
group.
long enough for a short rest?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, if you want, actually, it's getting like the sun's starting to drop a little bit, and so Shavel says, if you want to take a time and check on, and kind of looks at Lorcan and Casaadi, whatever this is, you're welcome to use the boat. We have more than enough room.
I do have a few more things to attempt to solve it myself, but it would still be good to try and get support me.
Good, yeah, absolutely. We'll help you out. We've got a couple of knowledgeable types. You're not the first Dragonborn we've run.
But I'm the
Y'all
first
get-
character.
You are far from the first character we've run into. Hey, y'all get the beds ready. And yeah, we'll take a break there. You guys can have a long rest.
No, long rest.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'll wait till after the break for this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Breena rolling like 3 consecutive 20 pluses. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna skip all that then. Okay, cool. Let's go for it.
Sorry.
This
Look,
this is why we have low intelligence characters.
But all right,
Well, right.
Break time.
we'll
See
be
you
back in 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just vibing. Good.
It's one way to come back.
Yup.
We be back.
So we were talking that you may be taking a short rest instead of a long rest? Question mark?
Possibly.
Short rest, I guess.
Like in discussion, Casaadi would be, why not just long rest? It doesn't matter if more disappear. We'll solve the issue.
Perhaps, but the thing is, they move at night. Mostly. If you want to catch anything.
I can't see at night.
I can't.
I don't remember if I can see at night.
I
Check
can't.
your racial features.
Yeah, I think
know,
we
I
were
know, I
2
know.
and 2.
Possibly. I mean, do you have,
We might be 1 and 3.
I do.
Oh, we're 2 and 2. Okay.
do we have light makings? I mean, we also can carry a torch. I can one-hand my sword.
I can
Easily enough.
punch with one hand.
No.
I can
Also,
psychic blades with one hand.
Also, to be fair, technically, I forgot combat over. He just drops the longsword. It just melts into shadow. Also, speaking of which, though, another idea occurred where it's like, before the resting and the recovery, excuse me for 1 second. He's going to attempt to turn away from people for once and let out his acid breath weapon. See if there's any flies within the breath weapon, and then stop it halfway through and swallow it.
Okay.
He's resistant to the damage it causes.
You're so gross.
You have to make a save, right? Like the target of it. A dex
Yes.
save for acid?
A con save.
How do you con save in your own mouth?
Make a con
Poorly.
save with disadvantage. I'm gonna make a con save for flies.
All right. I was going to say I got to find it because it's in racial traits.
Are they all dead?
It's only DC 12 because con is not my best suit. Oh, no, it's a dex DC.
It is a dex.
It is a
What?
dex.
I
Sorry.
still rolled
It's
low,
other breath
fine.
weapons are con.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll attempt. Probably will not. I won't do well, but again, this is why I have advantage again, or I
Dex
resist the
save on the
damage.
inside.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just
You move your
wiggle.
tongue real fast.
Casaadi's got 3 stomachs.
Again, it's the 1918, so I have a 19 total. No, sorry, 18 total. Dex isn't con. It's 8 plus 0. 18.
Mechanically speaking, this makes no sense, but narratively, we're gonna say this is not the first time you've done this. So roll damage, I guess.
It's a 3d6.
So it's gonna be a.
So I'll take
4.
half of the half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only 8.
Total.
So 2.
Or
Yeah, it's
2?
only So 8. Yeah, it's 2 for me. So yeah, it's because it's only 3d6.
I mean, the flies rolled a 11. So
I take 8 fly damage.
Acid damage.
Acid. Well, the flies take acid damage, but also were they in the breath weapon before I clamped my mouth shut?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
they were.
So I didn't need to swallow it. He might have also technically done a retroactive then. Let me breathe it in.
This is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever done coming out of a break.
Casaadi.
Yeah. You got real bad breath. It hurt a little bit.
But it's still buzzing?
Acid reflex save. I got more thumbs up. Then all right.
The buzz.
So I like to think you're doing this in the middle of conversation with everybody.
Yeah, this is one of the few times he just. One moment, I have a plan.
You're all prepped for like this plan of attack and what you get.
He opens his, and of course he probably would not be able to swallow all, so he opens his mouth. Acid pours out. All right, that.
Acid and dead flies.
Yeah.
How did that go?
I'm listening for the buzz. It's still there. I can't do this more than once for short rest.
I mean, we're about to rest.
Excellent. 30 minutes minimum of rest is what we need for the short.
What about the tall?
The long rest is 8 hours for most of us. All of us. None of us are elves.
No.
Or Warforged.
Or Warforged. I always forget, I always forget about the Warforged napping protocol, whatever you call it.
Napping protocol.
Roll just straight insight, Sean.
Excellent.
Casaadi.
Nat 1.
Fucking hell!
You're not convinced. At least one of these three is probably a Warforged.
I'm keeping that to myself.
Says aloud.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
I want to know Casaadi's thoughts on who would be the Warforged.
Okay.
That's the follow-up one shot.
It's just
Secret
Casaadi's
Warforged.
Yeah, Secret Warforged. Okay, so you take a short rest. What time do you guys want to head out?
What time is it?
Well,
Yeah.
It's like 6:30, 7ish.
at night.
7:30ish.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
at night.
Dusk, it's not that bad. At night.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the short rest.
I'm gonna go crazy.
So
Is
look,
that
we
from
can leave
something?
at like
SpongeBob.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Taking out
Yes.
the trash. Taking out the
At-
trash. At night. Yeah.
That's where. Okay. Thank you.
It's been there
mystery
since the
solved.
beginning.
Next one shot.
Oh.
If we leave at like 8:39, we probably still have time to come back and sleep normally.
Maybe.
They
Just-
think logically, not in meta
Alright.
D&D.
And it'll probably be what, dim out? Dusk making it dim lighting, or is it still ample
still dim.
lighting? Okay.
Ample. Like, you don't need dark vision to see right now.
Okay.
Yet.
Yet.
Until the opportune moment.
I do have a torch for when that time comes.
Okay.
Or
Are you
does
guys?
Brianna have a light spell?
Who?
No.
Who's Brianna? Who's
Me?
Brianna?
Brianna?
Breena.
Breena.
First of all.
Unfortunately, that would be very in character for Rhys.
Yeah. No, I
Look, at least
First
you got
of
your
all-
humanity right.
They both start with B anyway.
Yeah, close enough for you. All right. Well, no, I don't have any light spell. I can see in the dark.
Damn. Oh
A
well.
torch?
Yeah.
There you go. Use that.
I'll
But
keep
what's
it
the
at the ready.
plan? All right, hold on. We're not gonna just walk out there.
Casaadi's already halfway out the door. We're not.
Oh my god.
Why not?
I'm just looking at these three like.
We'll turn
What
around
is
and
the
come back.
point?
No, plan occasionally. I planned. We saw how plan worked.
Right. So, plan is we got two spaces that might be where Lance is. We got Lance that's going around making creatures. What for? I don't.
To give us enemies.
I don't think he was planning on just throwing enemies at people.
The plan was
That
above
didn't
him.
happen in battle early.
No, I mean, yeah. Beyond the immediate, what's the plan for him?
Well, he's just
I'm
gonna
sure that
hold
he's
up
not
the
just
fist
trying
with the
to make
chroma
people
cloth.
have a bad vacation.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't.
Oh, wait,
I
sorry.
would hope that that's not the extent of his ideas.
Sweet Rivali.
That'd be real funny.
You thought
Alright,
you were
hello.
having a good vacation. It was I, Lance, who ruined it.
Oh, that's his voice now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had him being much more like schoolyard bully in my head, but no, he's much more. It's like, it appears I've outsmarted you again. It's like tuxedo mask, but bad.
She would have left him for me anyway.
No, Breena, I don't expect you to cast. I expect you to die.
Yup.
Alright, perfect.
I thought it took you long enough to catch up with the clip behind.
Ugh,
Yep. There it is.
Yep.
I hate him already. Alright, perfect.
It would be easier to make creatures within a building and not within a crater, correct?
Correct.
Why?
Well, I
Unless
mean,
there is magic hiding the
logistic.
hole.
Maybe the graveyard might just be like a holding place.
For dead bodies.
Yeah. Or new dead bodies.
Well,
Did they
And
have a
old one.
mausoleum?
Oh. I didn't exactly ask.
We should ask.
Are we with people?
Nope.
Okay.
We're just on a boat.
Yeah, we're
You
on.
guys haven't left. You're still in the docks. What are you talking about?
Wait, no.
No, we just woke up on a boat.
It's not the same one.
It's 8:30.
Ah.
Ah!
Though the snakes would not know, for they do not go to the graveyard or mausoleum. We would have to ask a local, who may then transform into another spider for us to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it's like visiting the South, if you guys didn't know.
We avoided that this time.
Okay, well, alright. It's not a bad idea. Pass by the locals, ask around, and see if there's anything suspicious going around. How about that? Not go headlong into a graveyard.
I thought we were going to the church.
That's another place we can check.
Should it be church first and then mausoleums? If any exist.
Church. Sounds good.
Alright, fine. Church.
Sponsors, Hosier.
Thank you. I was gonna make the joke.
If your brain prefers the mausoleum, just speak your mind.
I don't even know if there is a mausoleum. That's
That's
why I
true.
wanted to ask.
We can ask on the way.
True.
Alright, fine. Let's do that. That was the plan, but okay.
I could be the
I was just
one
gonna be
who asks.
starting to walk.
I came up with a good plan.
Yes, you did. Alright, let's go. Come on.
High five, Lorcan.
Rivali a high five.
Hell yeah.
Are we just walking off the boat? Are we stealthing off? Or are we...
I'm walking.
I'd be just walking. If they question us, we could ask. We're solving their problems.
Okay.
Yep, we're going.
I was gonna think about it a little bit more, but now I'm seeing
You can
I'm sensing a
parade
theme
out of
here.
there.
you can
Yeah.
you can
You
stealth
are with
on
a
me,
bunch of
and I can
dumbasses.
just carry you.
You
I
really
am
like...
not being carried. Get away.
You can hide her by swaddling her.
Go away. Get away from me.
in the chroma cloth.
It's perfect because then you can pop out and be like, surprise wizard.
When nobody was looking for you anyway.
Go, wizard! I choose you.
Upgrading.
Just another Moral Skull one shot where someone gets thrown.
It was me last time too. Please stop.
Somebody was already thrown. We threw...
Yeah, and a cold touch.
Yep.
Yeah,
Lexi threw some... Yeah.
No, I
it
mean,
was
like,
me.
I meant, like, Rivali got thrown
Rivali got thrown last
yeah.
episode.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too. All right.
It's a theme.
Eat or be eaten.
I am
It's,
not getting swaddled voluntarily.
I didn't think
Anybody
swab.
asked.
I wasn't thinking swaddling.
Important
I was
last
thinking
word.
more like on the shoulder, you know?
No, I'm not
You can
interested.
stand on his shoulder.
I am not interested. Thank you very much. Walk as fast as my little legs.
This is
can
the
carry me.
conversation that's happening as you're walking off the boat. Like, good stand on it. I'm not interested.
There would be a tactical advantage.
I'm gonna boldly take the lead with my 35 walk speed.
I'm gonna assume that I will keep reminding you to slow down.
With my
a little
25, I
slower.
am trying to keep up.
I said, Breena, you walk like the leader. Like, you have the purpose, but you just can't keep up. It's just... and it really gets under your skin a little more every couple minutes. You guys walk off, like, and it's all you can see is, as you go off the boat onto the docks, start walking up the hill, the path, it's the last remnants of people kind of packing their stuff up. Some people are bringing the boats in. Looks like, they're just tying them to a certain dock that might be theirs. Everybody seems to just kind of be wrapping up for the day and going back towards the path.
Who looks friendly?
Me.
Who local looks friendly?
This happens out loud, absolutely.
Probably.
Me.
Roll insight, I guess. Just
I'm
Lorcan. Who looks
totally
friendly?
good at that.
No, me.
No
Local.
negatives here.
Notice Lorcan did not dispute that you look friendly.
0.
Hero.
Despite being a
Rivali.
bouncer.
One?
Rivali looks
That
friendly.
one -1. Rivali's local?
You don't know
Now
where
we-
Rivali's from.
I said, who local looks friendly?
You don't know where Rivali's from.
Who else local looks friendly? Because I already know Rivali doesn't know if there's a mausoleum.
Everybody looks kind of
What
friendly.
if I'm just
I
an
guess.
idiot?
Who's closest?
I would say Rivali if I wasn't sure you would throw something.
Rivali.
There's two human-looking people roughly 15 feet away.
Hey! We're new here. We got a question.
Go, kids and go. Take the kids and go fill the wagon. Yes.
Sorry, not
Friends.
trying to scare you.
No, of course. How can I? Are you lost or?
No, we're just trying to help. We spoke with some people earlier who were, but we just wanted to know if there's a mausoleum nearby.
Mausoleum.
Within your old graveyard.
You can ignore him. He's just like that.
We're not from here.
Sorry.
It's
But have you
okay.
visited a graveyard lately?
No. This
You
is,
can
you
ignore
like
him.
to.
He's just like that.
Can I involuntarily intimidate these people by simply walking up behind Lorcan?
Oh, good.
roll intimidation?
Strength intimidation?
What we got?
Strength intimidation?
Strength.
Because that's what we were doing last time, because I'm just big body, like...
It's involuntary, sir. Let's do charisma with advantage.
With my -3, it is a 16.
Yeah.
Ow!
Impressive.
This, what you now see to be a half-elf man, just takes a couple of steps back towards the wagon.
There's no... What the fuck is diplomacy again?
Persuasion?
That would be persuasion or diplomacy is another game.
3-5.
Ah.
Oh.
Wait, did 3-5 have diplomacy? Am I? Okay.
Yep.
And persuasion?
I don't know. Can I roll persuasion with my attempt?
What are you saying?
Starting with what I did say.
Mhm. Oh, we don't know. We know there's the church. We were told not to go near. I assume it has a graveyard.
Probably. That's about as far as we got to. No worries.
It's getting late.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go home. Kind of looks up at Rivali.
I'm gonna
He's just
sm-
like
Worry.
that.
I'm gonna smile.
We're solving the disappearances.
Oh no.
Southerners. He just goes back to his wagon and it.
I thought they were the Southerners.
No, they weren't local. They think we are.
Oh.
Because my character has the accent.
Oh, that's fair, actually.
Right.
Oops.
So how about we ask a local next time?
Well, I tried. They weren't, though.
Hmm.
Well, find one, and then we can try again.
Right. I'm gonna go towards the houses.
Okay.
If there's like any like close by, I don't really
Within-
remember the layout.
Yeah, within like a short walking distance. They're kind of like the top of the hill and then past a little bit. There's nobody outside. It's starting to get dark. I mean, there's a couple of lights inside a couple of the cabins. There's about 6 or 8 look like little cottages almost rental home or like an Airbnb kind of thing. And there's one in the middle that seems like a main office type.
We were warned about.
That's the main office, capital M, capital O, TM. But
Right. Well, you can either go to an inn or the main building there. Probably me in.
Yeah. Most canvassing, canvassing?
What?
Most information gossips happen within the inn.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
There's definitely a term that starts with a C. It's like caravansing or something. My brain just couldn't.
No, it's a lot of syllables.
Mhm.
I'm in
Help. I do
country
not
hick
know.
mode.
Conniving.
No,
Correspondent.
it's not
Um,
caravanning, but yeah.
All right, so you're going to like the kind of main inn-looking area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Posted the out one.
The outhouse, if you will. The
Not a great name
Look,
for an inn.
and the- that's it. The name of the inn is the outhouse.
Oh God,
Oh
It's just
no.
the outhouse.
only locals
It has
go
a
there.
little crescent moon cut out of the door.
Yep. Except there's like if you look, you know what? Who's got my highest passive insight or passive perception? Excuse me.
12.
12.
12. Everybody.
Everybody
Well,
has
that's-
12.
Yep.
I have
So that's easy for
15
you.
insight.
Okay. Nobody notices the sign. Whatever.
Okay,
It was a
thank God. Okay.
dumb joke anyway. Well,
Aw.
all right. So you go up and there is a sign that you do notice with slightly to the side of the door that just says no vacancy.
Do not care. I'm walking in if it's open.
Oh, we got a boat.
It is locked.
Locked. Okay. All right. Knock on
Should
the
I
door.
knock?
I'm.
No, you're knocking.
I'm already at it.
Not. No answer.
Knock again.
With your
Lorcan,
passive-
yell in Southern.
You were gonna say something?
No. I'm yelling Southern.
I can.
It might
Do I
lure
think-
them out.
Yeah.
Or you could speak strongly in Southern.
I think that's a bad idea. Loudly.
Nice try, you hear. And some like rustling of pots and pans.
What?
Y'all seen a mausoleum lately?
Ain't no moose around here.
A mausoleum.
How high up are these voices?
They're behind the door. I mean, like about, with a passive perception, 12, couple feet. You don't know.
What about one of them houses for dead people?
Big.
Ah, well, we got a cemetery.
Yeah, any
They got a
houses
house
in
in
there?
The hell's use a house? Dead folk.
I don't know, people weird.
Yeah, you right.
You got one?
No, we got the old church. We got the new church. There's graveyards both there. You can't die here. This ain't for dying.
I can't die? Shit.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Yeah, y'all too. Y'all stay safe.
All right. So
Combat
I guess
is
no
inevitable.
mausoleum.
roleplay I've ever had.
No mausoleum, I don't think.
So
No.
new church first. Hopefully it is
Yup.
not locked as well.
You're gonna kill me.
I'm not even sure there's gonna be a. Maybe.
If not, we enter.
All right.
It's simple.
First we have to speak friend.
We have one who speaks friend.
Oh shit. Good.
You just have to be our talking mouthpiece for words.
Right. I can do that.
To be fair, that did keep you from being attacked. So.
Oh boy.
People
We are avoiding all the combat.
Oh Lord.
Avoiding
Alright.
combat by being stupid is great.
Lovely.
It's charming stupid though. Like,
Entirely stupid. It was definitely, and I was like, wait, they won't respond to our normal voices, but one was mistaken for one earlier, so
and
Smart,
at the
very
beginning, Shable just very much respected Rivali being professional and like respectful.
He liked that I offered him breakfast.
You
We
we have to
I'm
play by
always,
their
like,
rules.
I'm always getting this close to initiating combat.
It's great.
Breena, the one who is like trying to approach things logically and like I'm surrounded by idiots, is the one that's getting us into combat.
I mean, Casaadi's
Yep.
just waiting for combat. eternally.
I think
Rivali
I
lose
actually
combat.
initiated the last one by calling them a bitch, though. So, it's fine.
You're not wrong.
That did help.
Worth it.
We
So
learned
we
a
should
lot.
go into the forest to the church.
There is a path that leads into the forest. It's a little more ragged than the other one, but it's been worn just from people walking it a lot.
Alright. Well, ready for a fight? Potentially?
I'm always ready.
Good.
He'll reach into the shadows of the inn and grab out his sword again. It's ready. Whenever it occurs.
Definitely keep the holy water on hand.
I suppose. I only have half a vial, though. It's not as potent as a throwing item.
What do I know about necromancy and necromancer? Because, like, me as a player, I'm like...
Roll Arcana. Yeah, just regular Arcana check.
Okay.
While you roll, I definitely would have summoned a spectral blade and just kind of waved it at Casaadi in response.
15.
He compares his own sword. Mine have had greater power and quality, but you can wave about what you wish. For this
You only got
sword is
one.
blessed by the one who I hear. Whose knowledge above all, he goes into a rant. Whose voice I can't hear. I want it to stop.
Slap. Necromancy is frowned upon, but it's not illegal by any means. There are permits that are involved. There is all sorts of regulation and zoning behind it.
You need your necromancy license to heal people.
You do. You need your dead people license.
Got a license?
License.
License.
Yeah.
I have a Lorcan.
It's with a lot of morticians, with a lot of actually a lot of private investigators are fluent in necromancy. A lot of history teachers, and you do have your occult types and your just really lonely. It's got a really bad stigma, but the practice itself is respected among those who, are well versed in magical schools.
Where do they all come from?
The ground, usually.
All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
Canonically.
Oh, God.
Who is the
Okay.
BBEG? It's so
Eleanor Rigby?
He keeps faces in a jar by his door.
you don't know.
Fucking necromancers.
Sorry, I'm just hearing it in the cadence now. Keeping a jar with a face by the door.
Yep.
It's pretty narrow in the roll a d4. It's
Step on a
One.
D4.
No.
the pathway through the forest is a little narrow and kind of jagged. It's not very gonna have to go pretty single file because you guys are pretty big with the exception of what's the marching order here?
Me.
I'm gonna second.
I'm not going last.
I will go last then.
Okay. So I need a survival check from Rivali and
14.
Casaadi.
Good thing.
Can I try to walk slightly off the path and hide as we go?
I'm only laughing because I'm thinking of Crunk. Sure, you can. That's actually something I should ask. Are you guys going stealthily, or are you just walking through the woods, or are you trying to make good time?
I'm walking because
What is
my
stealth?
armor is loud.
I'm stuck with them, so I don't go anymore.
Okay, so,
I would
Yeah.
stealth if I could,
yeah, be more stealth.
as long as I could keep up.
Yeah, you're fast as fuck, boy.
I am? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, you can roll. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Sure.
Just instead of being a group check, it's just yours.
24.
24.
That.
Breena, you've been kind of just musing out loud your thoughts, just to try to bounce them off people, and you kind of turn back to look in front of you, and there's just Rivali walking. Lorcan has vanished.
Have faith, the party will not split.
Do I know their background?
Yeah, you know they're a sneaky type. Like,
Okay.
You can kind of get a vibe of like, oh, they're doing the thing. Okay.
Okay. Good. All right. Good. That's good. And I'm gonna close ranks a bit, as much as I can.
Lorcan, what is super cool sneak mode for you? Like,
Theme song.
We've
Folk rock.
yeah, okay. No, we've been seeing trees, kinda. I'll probably play with the spectral blades as I go, but
so less Crunk, more Naruto. Just like doing cool shit because you can, while still not making a single sound.
yeah, probably. I ain't seen an episode. I just share a birthday with the guy.
And just
Yeah.
okay. And what did you roll, Casaadi? I'm sorry.
11.
11. Okay. Through the buzzing, you can kind of pick up like memories of adventures in the past and certain tropes and certain patterns that seem to happen. And you're pretty sure that this is not an ambush setup, but you're still keeping an eye out for just in case somebody's trying to funnel you.
Well, have confidence that that our back will not be ambushed, but watch the front.
Okay, and then so that's the first leg of travel. So with those survival checks, we'll say, Rivali, you can roll me a d20. As the woods are sort of like, you're not sure if there's 11? Okay. This is not like a high or low thing, it's just I've got things assigned to so you're starting to not be sure if there's trees thickening above you, or if it's getting darker, or if there's clouds. Like, the moonlight's inconsistent.
Well, if it's
You hear a couple-
darker, I do have the dark vision, so it would just be like things are increasingly gray, I guess.
Yeah. Like, and then you kind of go back and forth between your dark vision and normal vision a little bit. Sometimes a little half and half. Like, you're right there on the cusp. So you're not sure if like cloudy out or if there's just more trees. You know, but you've still got a bearing of your senses. You know where you're going. Because you rolled, so 11. How did he end? There we go. Okay, because you stealthed so well. Lorcan, roll perception with advantage.
Okay. $15.
With a 15, you can, as you're kind of going up, back, you're. Some would say you might be overworking a little bit of like, going way up ahead and then crossing the path and back and checking the other side. But you do catch some very conspicuous looking leaves, even in the darkness, about 30 feet ahead.
I'll, like, on the path?
Yeah.
I will come back on the path, interview of my party, and kind of hold up a hand like, hold up.
Stop, collaborate, listen.
Quick timeout. 3 of us are frozen. 4 of us are frozen.
Oh.
Everybody's good on mine. But,
I mean, I was saying still. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, look at that.
Huh.
And then there was one.
I was going to say.
Wait, red.
It's.
Yeah, I'm the only one left.
What? How? No. Why you?
Why me? I don't know.
Okay, I'm just gonna restart stream real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be right back because we assume you can still hear us.
It made no sense. I don't.
It was Breena the
Either
whole
way,
time.
we're back.
And we're back.
And that's how everyone died.
Nah.
I thought when you said frozen, I thought you meant in character for a second there. I was like, oh, how did we not notice that?
I rolled Constitution save for all of you. Whoa, what was the last thing? Where were we at?
Halt.
Somebody in the chat.
Lorcan. Oh,
Oh,
I guess,
yeah.
yeah, because if they couldn't hear us.
Did we get to the halt?
Rhea.
Did we get to
So
Lorcan's
I see a
perception?
suspicious pile of leaves.
Yes. It's Fish Pile of Leaves.
I jump. Well, not jump because I want to startle people, but I make my way back in front of everyone. But my like, hey guys, stop!
Okay.
And then I point at the leaves and make a face.
Okay. And, I pointed a good sentence out of context. Pointed the leaves and make a face. Alright, so
I point my sword at it, waiting for movement.
do investigation with advantage. Checking for traps.
Investigation.
Can I help? Can I help?
I already have advantage.
I can't help. I can't help more.
That's fine. 17 minus 1, so 16 is still okay.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of take one of your spectral blades and shuffle around, and like the good old fashioned, net trap goes up.
I probably would have tossed one at it so that I was far enough back.
Yeah. You just sort of trigger it and then goes up.
Question is, would it have been strong enough to get to make Rivali go up, or would it just kind of like go up and while he's standing on it, it's like, oh, okay.
We'll never know now.
Damn.
Okay.
But as passive perception is 12.
Yup.
So as you do though,
But I had just rolled a 15.
you had.
If that helps.
It does. There is a small rustling in the bushes to the left of the party.
I tackle it.
You tackle it. Okay, make a melee attack. Yeah, just a straight up melee attack.
With my body?
Sure. Unarmed strike.
Can it be dex, please? I am
Are
a dex weapon.
Are you a finesse weapon?
Absolutely. I'm a lanky boy. I'm finesse.
Technically,
Casaadi might also have a coughing fit while this happens.
It's the flies.
Oh,
no.
shit.
The flies!
it's technically an unarmed strike, so or athletics,
No, it's
I
like
guess. Grapple.
What if I do a flip while I do it?
What if I throw them?
Now we're talking. It's still
We've done enough
attack
talk.
there.
Then it's your dex, not mine.
It'd be my strength, wouldn't it?
Look, I have a -1 in athletics and a +8 in acrobatics.
That is
Do flippy shit.
unfortunate, but
It's look a diving tackle is either gonna be athletics for grappling or a melee attack with yourself.
I'm a
Or-
finesse weapon.
Or a ranged strength attack by throwing
Or-
you with my +8 to athletics.
That would
you don't
technically
even
make-
know about the rustling yet.
I know.
It
but-
technically make him an improvised weapon.
Yes.
My legs to throw myself as a dex weapon.
Believe in the dice and just roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to roll either unarmed strike or an athletics check.
What's the difference? I think they're both -1.
Well, I go then.
Unarmed
Do you want to
No,
make
what?
damage, or
Unarmed
do you want to
strikes-
tackle them?
Unarmed strikes are 1 plus or minus your strength.
Athletics it is then.
Unarmed strike says +2 for some reason. I'll
Bart?
take it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's say it.
Well, mine's 4, and it's 1 plus. Yeah, it's 4.
Oh,
that's
is it because of rage?
why.
No, I'm not raging actively.
No, but I mean, is that like the +2? I think.
Oh,
No,
the
because your
rage
damage is 0,
bonus?
is what I was saying.
My damage is 0, but it's a +2 to hit. I think it's.
You're always proficient.
Is
You're in.
Oh
in
yeah,
unarmed
strength plus
strikes.
proficiency. Okay, there it is. Ha. There's the 2.
I thought you were saying the damage
15?
was +2, and I was really confused.
15. That is not enough because they rolled a 20.
I tackle a bush, I guess.
Well, you tackle a bush, and behind the bush, you feel a solid metal just smack, like your bell gets rung, and you just kind of hear nothing but a high-pitched ringing for a minute, and
Oh shit, I got tinnitus.
yeah, you take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Do we hear this?
You do. You hear what sounds like somebody is like hitting the carnival game with the hammer. Bang!
The bell tolls for combat, does it?
What
And
do we see?
I was proud of myself for keeping a somewhat of a straight face on this. Out of the bushes come 5 separate warforged who
They're here.
are very, very
Lorcan has fallen apart into the 5 warforged he always has been.
and it's the bad guy again.
I knew it!
Ah!
Go Power Rangers. It's they're very
Warforged Strangers.
they're very rusted and mossy. There's like a couple of sticks coming out of one of them. They look like, I don't know if anybody's played Tekken, but they look like the little log guy that was in Tekken. Mokuba is not right, but that's what my brain's saying. They're warforged, but they're mostly like wooden built with armor plating at the joints. Mokujin, thank you very much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna roll some initiative now.
Wait, can I make a
Okay.
can I make a joke question first?
Absolutely.
Would
and
that mean
always.
Lorcan is the Megazord?
I hear no denial.
Don't worry about it. I'm just concussed.
Oh, these things are wood. No.
All right, let me roll some initiative here.
No, I might have to use Green Flame Blade then, just for the sake of fire against wood.
Well, they're still metal, but there's just wood in it.
Ah,
Well, that tracks.
eh.
Yeah, okay. Okay, there it is.
Just because I don't know D&D that well, are Warforged like humanoids since you can play them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, they are basically just
Androids
created for the War of Eberron that
Yeah.
have gained sentience.
And who doesn't want to play a robot? So they've been kind of essential even when it's not
I
everyone.
love playing Warforged.
Some Fallout 4 shit.
Greetings.
I am R-4M. You may call me Ram.
I mean, it's more fun when you start to kind of break down a little bit, and then you kind of get the little bit, kind of those repeats. So that's a fun time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm not sure what's going on. What's going on? I'm not sure. All right.
What's even
Anybody
better
get
when
above
it's-
20?
No.
Okay. 15 to 20?
18.
I was gonna say. So who didn't? Yeah.
Say that
Who
again.
was-
Breena what?
20.
Breena was
20.
And Rivali?
18.
And then Casaadi 17.
I got hit in the head.
What'd you get?
Really?
I rolled a 4 on the die, so I have a 9.
You still don't go last.
I got hit in the head.
You got hit in the head real hard.
That's how you get tinnitus.
Have some Lucio oats.
Who else but Lorcan? Okay. Well, you don't go last.
Guess the question is
You
this
go
Yay.
second to
going
last.
big?
Or going home.
Or going ghost. Alright, so the one directly in front of you,
Who?
that's going to be Rivali, because you are about 15 feet off, 10 to 15 feet to the left with a concussion. And, so it's Rivali, and then Breena, and then Casaadi. There is one directly in front of the group, to the left, two to the right. To the left, to the left.
In the box to the left.
Wait. Okay. So you're in front of them.
Your friend Lorcan's concussed. Push to the left.
Okay.
So the first thing he's going to do is just sort of raise up a hand, like to tell you to stop. And that's it. He's just going to hold a hand up.
Can I see him?
You can't see much. You really are just kind of sitting there like, ow, ow.
Gonna go for a high five to no one if I had double vision.
Good song, but it was a
303?
foreigner. You take me for. The one in front of you though goes next, and is going to attempt to lift you. So I need you to make an athletics with disadvantage because you just got your bell rung.
Now can I roll out of the way with
Because you just dove into a war for.
Yeah!
No, some of us are easier to lift than others.
You said athletics disadvantage?
Correct. That did not even move. That dropped a brick in the water.
These dice are really heavy.
Oh, those are metal ones?
They're like,
No.
they're heavier than some of the other metal ones. They're hefty. And that's a 5.
Okay, no, that's lower than a 13. You are...
Shit, hefty.
Jesus Christ, what happened?
Yes.
Show us the die.
Woohoo.
Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a 13. So he's gonna take his turn to his action to just lift you up, Hulk Hogan Andre the Giant style here.
This counts as an attack?
No, it's just an act. Well,
It's a
does a
grapple?
grapple count as attack?
I
I,
think so. It's not an attack, is it?
it might be.
There is hostile intent here, so I'm gonna say
Oh,
yes,
that's all.
but it's not a very confident yes.
You use the attack action to make a special melee attack, a grapple.
Works for me.
And if they're prone, it's with
Very
advantage.
well.
So there you go.
Do I get an attack of opportunity or anything? Or a reaction or something?
Technically still in your melee range, and it wouldn't be a reaction unless you have a reaction that does something.
Do I have a reaction?
Because there's a couple of specific things that say when you're attacked, you can use your reaction. Therefore,
I can uncanny dodge.
you're about to get uncanny flight. Breena,
But I get uncanny thrown.
you are a finesse weapon. You're a thrown weapon. There is Rivali 5 feet in front of you, Casaadi 5 feet behind you.
And I'm in the air.
About 15 feet to your left-ish is a Warforged holding Lorcan up in the air. And about 10 feet to your left is another one. 10 feet to your right, 10 feet to your right.
Okay. How's the mood?
Lorcan's being held in the air and is mildly concussed.
Okay.
But the one in front of you is just holding up a hand, and Lorcan has technically... So
What?
Lorcan has not technically been thrown yet. So
Yet.
But it
The intent.
could have been.
could have been. All you know is Lorcan dove in a bush at something and is now being held up.
Alright. State your purpose? I don't...
Roll persuasion.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Where's persuasion? Persuasion? Dirty 20.
There's 20.
Okay.
The Warforged and the... God. I was not expecting to speak. Please hold. The Warforged at the front just sort of tilts its head slightly, and you see like a root snap when it does.
Ow.
And Lorcan being held in the air. Ow. You are the one Breena Makla, yes?
Can't hear shit.
Yeah, I can't hear that at all. That was
Nope.
a good shot.
Yeah,
It's
no.
robotic.
Also,
Good attempt.
it
Yeah.
knows my name.
Ah, okay, that got through.
Yeah, you are the
Yeah,
one
it-
known as Breena Marklin. Makla.
How do you know my name?
We were told. Victor is much more
Bye.
confident than Jacob just did.
By who?
Told.
We will be asking the questions. The hand disassembles and becomes like a Mega Man kind of looking thing.
Aw, shit. Nice.
Cool. I believe these are enemies.
I'm gonna say that persuasion check was your bonus action. I'm say bonus action, so you do still have an action left.
Can I hold a spell?
Sure. You have to prep it though. Like you have to.
It's
I'll
just,
see
it's
you
the
do
same
it.
as-
Cast.
same
Okay,
as
well-
holding your action.
Right.
All right. Well, I am holding minute meteors.
Okay. Okay.
It's just like slowly starting to form, like spinning around, but it's not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just staring at the Warforged in front of me, like, do we have to do this?
Do not fuck with me right now.
Basically.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that will be for now.
All right, Rivali.
Can I convince you to set our
Casaadi, you're next.
Oh.
Sorry.
Can I convince you to set our companion down?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, great. 3.
I beat you with a 4. So.
It is much easier to diplomatize from the ground.
Lorcan looks over at the other Warforged with the cannon. He looks back at him and goes. He looks back at you and shakes his head.
That's just rude.
Hard way it is. And first attack is a
Time to punch a robot.
nat 1 for the first attack.
Woo!
Tonight we're on fire.
This is
For
insane!
a 10 total after modifier, but
That's like 8.
You
That's so much.
hit, but there is no reaction.
Yeah. Second attack is a 15 to hit.
Okay. Oh, 15 hits. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to. I thought you were adding more.
No. I was like, I need to know if this hits.
I'm about to get tossed.
Math. For math. Mm-hmm.
Math damage.
For 14 damage, one of which is fire.
One of which is fire. Okay. 14 damage. It you punch into it, and like does nothing, and you're like,
It is magical bludgeoning, if that matters.
and you step into it and punch again, and it did roll a 22 to hang on to Lorcan, but it definitely like just took kind of a half step back. There's no emotion on the face of it, but like the eye flickers. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Only in character of.
Yeah. Casaadi.
Enemies are here. I'm going to try and stab the cannon arm, and I might as well cast Green Flame Blade to see if the fire does additional damage or not.
Okay, that's about 20 feet in front of you, so you can get there.
Oh yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Roll everything at once just to see what happens. Does a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Lorcan, I know you're concussed, but you prevented a surprise round from me. So.
Aha!
Yeah.
All right. So the damage being 7. So 11 damage only up to the first guy, who is of 3 of which is fire,
Uh-huh.
and then it jumps to do another 8 damage to the whatever Warforged is 5 feet away from it.
Okay. So the one up front, he doesn't have anybody within 5 feet. The other one's here.
Damn.
So you can save that if you want to.
Double damn. Then okay. Then I will instead. I'll just do normal attack. So let me take away the fire damage. Sadly. So that would just be only 8 damage for the first attack then.
Okay.
And then the second attack is so close. It's not a 20, it's a 19, so plus 7. So 26, and then that is 12 damage from that. So he's zooming forward past Rivali and then going for a stab, trying to go right down the cannon if possible. And hand on the hilt and just shoving
Is
it
it
in.
holding it? It's holding me up with one arm?
No. So there's the one
Different
up
one.
front. Yeah. With the cannon
I'm
arm.
sorry. I got confused.
Yeah, and then the next one is the one holding you.
Okay.
So
10 feet or so away.
I'm concussed. Don't worry about it.
Breena, you're like charging this spell, kind of waiting for something to happen. You see Rivali just walk off. And, oh, yeah, there he goes. Okay, and then like a blink. I mean, you've not seen him move like this outside of staying in one spot. You just kind of blink, and then Casaadi's 20 feet and 15 feet in front of you, like with his sword jammed into the arm of this thing. And it definitely like recoils a little bit from the force.
And I guess when
Same
I'm
thing.
close enough to it, it'd be very much answer question, is Lance your creator?
Flies are coming out of your mouth as you say this.
Answer question.
We'll say that works as the bonus action. Then, if you want to just roll, you can roll persuasion, intimidation, however you want to do it.
Better at intimidation.
At this point, also.
18?
Your prepped spell
18.
should, in theory, work, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to cast that prep spell, let me know. Like, it's basically a held action, so.
Yeah, I'll cast it after.
Okay, I should have asked you when should it trigger. That's my fault.
I don't think I'll have the time to react before Casaadi does this, so after.
Okay. It just sort of like turns the head at you, and you hear a couple more things snapping. And it says, "The creator asks for the small one."
That's the
Answer
all
received.
right.
That's a yes.
Lorcan
All
now
right,
upside
and
down.
I'll cast the spell.
Okay, and remind me what that does.
So let me just look at this because I believe that since I have used my bonus action to talk, I'm sending 2 meteors to 2 of the ones that are by themselves on the.
Okay.
I think they're
Yeah,
on the
you got-
right.
Yeah, the 2 to the right are by themselves. They
Okay.
did not roll great.
They need to do a dex save of 12. No, 16. Okay.
Dex save. First one gets a 14.
That fails.
That's cocked. Second one gets a 12. They both fail.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
They take each 8 damage. No, wait. They take. I forgot. I need to roll twice.
Bleh.
18 each,
18.
Hell
each.
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Alright.
that's how it goes. They're 5 feet apart. Yeah,
Fine, alright.
and I
Yeah,
still
so-
have 4 meteors spinning around.
Dope. Yeah, so they basically were just getting set into position when these little meteors of just, I assume just, are they magic? Just like pulling from the ground, or?
I create them. They're fire based though in terms of damage.
Okay, yeah, so they just like launch and sort of lodge themselves in there and then like do little miniature explosions.
Yeah.
Does it seem to ignite them or do further damage because it's fire?
It definitely ignites the tree parts that are on them, but you can't really tell but from their faces or lack thereof.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to the Warforged. Lorcan, you're going to come up here in just a minute. After Lorcan is Breena. A lot of my wolf actually rolled pretty well, but everybody else got high. All right, so that brings us to this one. So the only one that has not been fronted is going to take a he's the one in the back left. He's going to open his hand up to a cannon as well and a net out at Breena. Breena,
I am actually going to use instinctive charm as a reaction, if possible.
what does that do? Remind me?
So they're shooting at me.
Yes.
I'm basically doing a Jedi trick. Wisdom saving throw of 16.
16. Okay.
This
Let
is
me
not
make
the
sure.
gnome you're looking for.
No, this is not the gnome you're looking for. I apologize. This might backfire on one of you.
I'm gonna
That's
make sure
fine.
that Warforged can be charmed.
They can.
They can. Okay.
I don't know if
They
they're
can
immune
be
to
a-
all that much.
Can be a player. They have to be able to be charmed, right?
They,
Not necessarily.
That belief has gotten me this far in life. However, comma.
A
They-
Sora can't dream.
cannot be poisoned.
They can't be poisoned or,
Poisoned, yeah,
or
no.
forced to dream.
Yeah, And then they have
Okay.
resistance to poison damage.
I'm not getting them to sleep.
So androids do not dream of electric sheep.
At least not by someone else's means.
And you said that's a wisdom save?
Yep.
All right, that is a 13.
Okay, that fails. Okay. What is the closest creature to it?
Hey,
Lorcan and Rivali are both 10 feet.
I thought I was 5. The
okay.
other
5,
one.
excuse me. You're right, I'm sorry. I'm counting
Yeah,
my
that's me.
things here.
All right, that's going to you then.
Well, it's
It's
so
cool.
this is number 1. Number 2 is the one that's holding you.
Right, and they're 5 feet apart.
Right, but Rivali's right there because Rivali just punched.
The one that is holding me.
Yeah, so there's like, they're right next to each other.
Oh.
So tell you what, roll a d4 or roll a d6. 1 to 2, it's gonna hit the Warforged. 3 to 4, it hits Lorcan. 5, 6, Rivali.
5.
5. Okay, this is actually the best possible outcome. Rivali, I need you to make a strength save.
And basically,
Oh,
I
no.
just like turned around and was like eyes kind of starting to glow, be like, no.
Ooh,
24.
because you're like shouting and there's just a real quick no.
So apparently you can poison. They have resistance and advantage on saving throws against poison, but they can be poisoned.
Yeah,
It's
that's
weird.
That got
They're immune
changed.
to, yeah.
Oh, disease. Yeah,
Also
that's
24.
okay. 24. How would you like to resist this net?
Isn't that? Got this.
I think while after the punch and like doing this while my hand is still on fire because of chroma cloth, it just like catches the net and goes.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's good. I like that. It is going to use a. So does that work for just that attack, Breena, or is it for the whole
It
turn?
is. Yeah, it's 1 attack.
Okay. He's going to use his bonus action to shoot another net.
God dang it.
He's only got a limited amount of these. So. Okay. All right.
We'll run him dry. It's fine.
Breena, I need you to make a strength save.
Oof, okay.
Is this technically an attack?
Nat 20. What?
It is technically a ranged attack, yes.
Wait. It's a strength save though, so it's -1, so it's 19. But it is
A natural 20 for a total of 19. Okay, let's think about this. Is where your DM philosophy comes into play. But it was a dirty 20. This is a 17 plus 3. But you got a natural 20 -1 to 19. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say we'll just do a straight rollies.
Okay.
Or a gate rollies if you're inclined, but yeah, it's just
Always.
Straight rollies D20.
D20.
Let's go. Okay. 13.
I got a 2. So, like, this net encompasses you, and for a moment you are just discouraged by being forcefully reminded of your stature, as much as you try to fight against that. But tell me how you break free of this in that frustration.
I still have the meteors running around me. So they're
just
just
rip
like, yeah, just spinning.
Yes, I dig that. That's
And I'll
great.
just like push the rest of the net away with my quarterstaff. Like,
Good shit.
And then he's going to basically walk out into the path behind you, about 15 feet behind you. And you can just kind of hear her reloading into the cannon. That brings us to the one that you just hit with a meteor. He had a thing prepped, so he's going to lose that. Okay, I need you to make another strength save.
15.
Yeah, you cleared that pretty easily. Yeah, he only got a 8. Yeah, net just goes wide, lands kind of pathetically,
God.
probably like right at Rivali's feet.
Let's go bat the net away.
Yes, okay. Right, so he only gets one of those because he got hit in the face. And he's going to use his movement to walk out to the other one. Alright, and that brings us to Lorcan. And then there's going to be a couple more Warforged, and it'll be Breena. Lorcan, you're being held in the air.
I sure am.
You're slightly less concussed than you were a moment ago.
As time usually does.
Walk it off.
Fly it off.
From your perspective, Rivali punched it really hard and rocked it, but it did manage to hold on to you.
Mhm.
There's nets for some reason coming out of.
Well, I heard it say they want the small one, and there's only one of them.
By a long shot too.
Yeah, a good bit.
Long shot.
Oh, long shots. It's 15.
A wide margin would have been the right expression.
So you said one of them basically flanked Breena?
Yes, there's now. Okay, so there's
Okay, yeah.
number 3 is about 20 or 15 feet in front of Breena, currently engaged with Casaadi, who has a blade in its arm.
Okay.
About 15 feet behind Breena are number 1 and 5. Number 2 is holding you.
Which one of them was hurt? 1 or 5? Either?
5. Was 5 and 4 were the ones that got hit by the meteors.
I need 5 to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
DC 17.
17.
Fuck!
I'm sorry. What was that for?
Don't worry about it. It doesn't work. That was my action. Breaking free is a full action, right?
Yeah.
Bonus action, I stab it.
Sponsors Queen.
Bonus action, I try and stab it.
Try. You are restrained, so it's at disadvantage.
Okay. That's fine.
Do the thing. Kurt, you get inspiration for getting a Queen song in my head.
17.
17 hits.
Okay.
All right, that puts me up to 3
Yeah,
total.
yeah, you got it. That's right.
They don't stab.
10.
I know, but well, no. Jacob said they did one time.
Yep, Jacob did. 10 psychic damage.
Alright, 10 psychic. No?
If you don't want it to stack, Jacob, I can just take like a plus whatever to my next thing.
I will.
Advantage?
When it comes to Queen, we make no adjustments.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I mean, that was... I can't move.
Nope. Something rushing headlong.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
As I stab the thing, I'm gonna look down and just be like, I'll stop doing this if you let me down.
Oh, you got a nat 20 on holding you. It ignores you.
Can I roll persuasion?
No, you're out of action.
Disadvantage?
Out of action.
Yeah.
No. Alright, number 4, who everybody's basically ignored. He rolled an 8 in initiative. So, what's he gonna do now that we've got Casaadi there as well? Yeah, he's gonna shoot a net at Casaadi.
Alrighty.
That's cocked. It was almost a natural 20. Alright, Casaadi, if you'll make a strength save.
12.
That is better than a 9.
Okay.
So it just sort of like, the net was clearly designed for a gnome. It kind of just... and he doesn't get another thing because he also got...
Ha.
But he...
Because he also
This
what?
is a quick DM thing, Jacob, if it makes it easier for you. When you use a net on a creature that is a size larger than it is meant for, the net automatically fails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are designed a little different, but it does have like a minus X for the size of the creature.
I was
I basically I
Wouldn't
wanted to
design
make
it.
them a threat to people outside of Breena, but still like
Less so.
less so. thankfully your rogue concussed himself at the
Yeah.
But number 4 is gonna after doing the attack or the net thing is going to come out and try to flank Casaadi. So we've got 3 Casaadi, 4, 5 feet of blank space, Breena, 5 feet of blank space, 1 and 5.
Okay.
And then over about 10 feet to the left is 2 holding Lorcan being punched by Rivali in ballroom with the lead pipe. And I think that's everybody accounted for.
Yep.
That brings us to Rhys, who currently has his gun jammed and is prepped to fire. So this is what I was waiting to see. There you are. Well, okay. I rolled a 2 and a natural 1. So
Blows up.
Casaadi, I need you to make a dex save. Dex save. We'll say dex. Save.
Okay. That's a 3.
Just because it's my favorite DM thing to do.
I said, wait a second.
Oh
Wait a second.
no! Casaadi!
Nice.
Does this count as an attack roll?
Technically, it's your attack. Actually,
Crap.
yes,
Malfunction.
it is an attack roll. He is attacking.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, because unfortunately,
Triggering this.
yeah, its Entropic Ward won't work against that, because that's an attack against me. So I'm going to use a luck point real quick. See if I
Okay.
can mitigate
Okay,
this.
to reroll.
To reroll my save.
That's
Okay.
3.
Oh boy.
Okay, 15?
15. Okay, you're gonna take half damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
Um,
God.
so you take 8 fire damage as the arm of the Warforged explodes.
Nice.
Nice.
He takes 16. Yeah, I rolled 6, 3, 5, 1, 1. Did I do my math right? 12, 15.
Damn, those
Yeah.
ones could have been something greater.
Ooh. He's gonna. So you guys are just like being pelted with nets and being held up in the air, and you just boom, this huge explosion, and everybody turns and looks, and just these 2 silhouettes in the flames are Casaadi and this Warforged, neither of which has budged.
He's
What
smiling.
a terrible army.
I like this concuss joke. This was good. You don't get inspiration, but I won't concuss you. It's
I don't believe you.
You're right. All right. So with his second attack, now that he's only got 1 arm, he's going to. Oh man, this really escalated. I mean, he's just going to take a swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Now I'll use my reaction for the Entropic Ward. So go again as he tries to see a different path.
While dreaming of electric sheep, he rolls a natural 1.
So that happens. I'll advantage against him next time.
He's just kind of like lazily flail. You've thrown off the entire balance in programming.
Me too.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a. Unfortunately, everyone else can't see it, but there's a timeline where he does get hit, and then he sees the one where it's completely malfunctions. Better.
I like to think that you actually see the timeline with in on some redneck in the north rolling 2 sets of dice. I get that. So that brings us to number 2. Breena, you're going to be after this. Is going to throw Lorcan. Well, never mind. There's a big Leon in there in front of him.
Into.
He's going to just use
Oh no.
Lorcan as an improvised weapon. Words are hard.
My body is a weapon.
That's a.
It's a dex weapon.
Nope.
You said you were a finesse weapon. No. That's a 16 to hit. That does not hit you either.
No, it does not.
So you How do
go.
you counter? What do you do? How do you counter Lorcan being
Just
swung at you?
Hold on. First of all, how is the swing happening? Is it like a
Is he
vertical?
doing this?
He has one hand on Lorcan's ankle and the other on throat and is hammering down.
I bend.
Whoop, whoop.
I end up basically doing this.
It's like cheerleading. Grab
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Catch
So,
him.
okay. Yeah. In that sense, I'm gonna attempt to. I'm probably gonna have to make a roll for this.
I love to roll, so yes.
So I'm gonna attempt to, like, while Lorcan's in the V-shaped scenario, gonna do like the one hand catch of like the like butt torso area here, and then the other hand grabbing the wrist of the other one.
Okay,
That was holding the throat.
All right, I'll let you use your reaction to make an athletics check.
Steal me away.
17.
Okay, so guess I'll do an opposed athletic.
Probably.
Probably.
I make the rules here. Yeah,
Strength.
Sure. Cowboy, take me. 17.
But-
Re-roll, please.
Same again.
18.
12. You have successfully taken Lorcan.
I got yoinked.
Hell yeah.
And now with his second attack, he's going to fire a gun.
Just a gun.
Well, it's like a little arm cannon.
I use the ultimate neutral special in the
You're
game. Gun.
It's almost midnight, okay? I'm sorry.
Pull
Yeah,
the
the other,
gun out.
he's got the little arm cannon.
no.
You're like, aha! Oh, shit. He's technically firing at Lorcan, but you're both there.
If they're firing at Lorcan, I am covered.
Yeah, I'm rolling with disadvantage because it is technically close range. That's
I think I'm in front of you at this point.
That's a 16 to hit. I know that doesn't hit.
Nope.
Does it hit you, Raleigh?
No.
Okay. So
So just a gun goes off. It's
like-
the South.
it's
It
yeah,
makes
I was about to
sense.
say.
Does.
If anything, it's a lullaby at this point. It's so like part of the dance, sort of moving a little bit, like it's almost Dirty Dancing, not quite, but it's almost. There are 3 very different fights happening.
I was gonna say, I like how you two
Yeah.
are tangling with the one, and then us 2 others are just tangling with 2 apiece.
God.
I'm fine.
Gorgeous.
Um,
Gorgeous.
and that brings us to Breena.
Alright, so 1 and 5 are in front of me.
They're behind. Well, which way are you facing?
I'll face towards them.
Okay, so they're about 10 feet in front of you, and there's another one that's about 10 feet behind you, engaged with Casaadi.
Alright. Yeah, no,
Aw.
I'm firing two of the meteors at 1 and 5.
All right, go for it.
So that's a dex save of 16 for
Hmm,
both of
nice.
them.
At least extras boys.
Good.
That's a nat 1 and an 11. So
Okay.
Yep. ones
That's-
are everywhere.
Wait, so they both failed?
Yes.
That's 20 damage apiece.
Hell yes.
Spicy.
Okay. Breena did not fuck around.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Brenda don't want to get caught.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
I've been so inept with these nets so far. Like
And
Are they standing?
it's a net negative.
Meow.
They are still standing.
I'm still standing.
How-
They are.
How they looking?
They are missing some chunks, and the ones that they still have are singed and probably still flaming a little bit. They're looking a little rough.
Two
as
more.
Far as,
Flame
Okay.
I'm shooting 2 more.
Woo!
Okay.
a little better.
That's a little worse.
That's a 19
Oh,
and
okay.
a 14.
One fail.
That is. Oh God, hang on. That's that's 16 for the one that failed, and that's
Okay.
8 for the one that passed.
All right. And 8 for that. All right. So one of them is really starting to like move erratically, very domo arigato, and the other one is kind of a little more of the same. It's very singed, lots of burning happening.
All right.
Anything else? You do have movement.
I. All right, I'm backing up to the one that's with Casaadi so that we're flanking.
Okay. It's a flank train.
Yep, it
Three,
is.
four,
Yeah,
three.
it is.
All right, so that
And
brings
that's
us
it. But I'm keeping my eye on the two that's behind.
in there. Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to Rivali, Casaadi on deck.
Jacob,
You are holding a Lorcan.
I leave this decision up to you. Do I do something stupid but funny?
Always.
Okay.
Always.
You know the answer to this question.
Especially with this
Especially
character,
Rivali,
absolutely.
yeah.
Play a fucking otter with a giant boomerang.
That's
like,
Question for it. Do I have enough space to become big?
Ooh.
to be fair, you always have enough space to become big. It's just a matter of who's in your way.
To be fair.
Pretty fast.
That's kind of what I'm
Yes.
asking.
Yeah. You're holding Lorcan. There's a guy 5 feet in front of you. And then there's,
Will he get pushed?
No, it's because, so with Giant's Might, if I don't have space to become large, I don't.
Okay, I see now. You could take you would have to take a step back and get an attack of opportunity. Because that would put you in just enough space between the guy you're fighting and then the two back here with Casaadi and Breena.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm doing it.
Do it! Alright, so
Hey,
he's gonna roll.
since I have an AC of 20, can I be an improvised shield?
No, but thank you for reminding me. Technically, he's getting an attack of opportunity on you as well.
Cool.
But
no, it'd be one or the
isn't
other.
Lorcan being like dragged?
He
Out
only
of
gets
his will?
one
Only gets the
reaction.
one. You're right.
But,
So,
you know, he can try and hit me.
let's just
I mean,
roll to see who he goes for.
To be fair, they
Alright,
could
you
have
do
that
it for
one
Raleigh.
feet.
It's fine.
He do
Usually
not.
2 feet.
Do not.
That's an 8. Is your AC
Just
higher than
misses.
8? Fucking hell.
Alright.
It's every time.
So I'm taking the
But yeah,
step.
you're-
I'm taking the step back. I'm dropping Lorcan.
Bonk.
Oh.
Another concussion.
I was about to say, you should have done it after you went big, so they do fall damage.
I'm using Giant's Might to become big.
Your beak.
And then I'm going to use the throw action on the Warforged in front of me.
Okay. So you have to make an opposed grapple. You'd have advantage.
Yep, and because I am a large creature, I can throw him pretty far.
You're just gonna yeet this fucker out of here?
Let's yeet or be yeeten. It's a, Alright, so go ahead and do an athletics check to grapple him with advantage.
22.
1, 2. Okay. Okay, so he's now grappled.
Mhm.
So, Giant Smite, is that just a free action?
It is a bonus action. I've used my bonus action to become big. And then,
Okay, and then we'll...
main action is throw action.
Okay, throw action. So we'll use that to grapple him. And then
And you might have to throw him
you might have
next
to
turn.
throw him on the beginning of the...
Um,
You can't throw unless you're held already.
I think so.
So, the turntables have, as moments ago he was holding Lord in the sky. However, now you have this.
you are correct.
You have this whole like thing just held up in your hand. He knows what's coming. He just has to sit there and experience fear like humans do. Casaadi, you're up, and then the two Warforged and Lorcan.
All right. So because of the entropic ward, the one that is not flanked, I'm going to do a whirlwind to basically hit them both with my 2 attacks. One
Okay.
that I have advantage on because of entropic ward, the other one that I'll have advantage on because of flanking.
Nice.
So first, the one that I have the first one that went boom.
Boom Boy. Boom Boy got one arm.
Not a 20. 26 to hit, and that's only 6 damage.
Still.
Soon he'll be
Yep.
torso.
And then the one that's flanking as I do a little spinny spin. Oh, crap.
Oh, there goes.
One away dice.
They're all revived to full health.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Another 19.
Oh darn.
So another 26 to hit. This time it's 10 damage on the other guy.
Okay.
As he's definitely letting out a hiss and just trying to... And at least letting them know Tell him to make the flies stop.
Flies sneaking out from your teeth in this.
Yep.
Let's see. So that brings us to number 1 here, who's gonna fire a net. Poor Net.
Huh?
She worked so hard. Oh, and you, of course.
Yeah, okay. Again, same thing.
Okay, roll strength save.
DC 16 first.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you have
right.
multiple uses of that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so we're gonna put this to the side as the attack, if it works.
If it works.
And it's a Dex. What save is it?
Wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
All right, that is an 18.
Ah, okay, yep.
And so now
That's
you roll
not working.
strength save.
Okay, strength save, let's go. 12.
12 against another 18.
Shit.
Breena,
Okay.
you are restrained. Speed is 0. Attacks against you have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage.
Bite it.
Yeah, I'm missing something.
Wait, sorry.
But,
To double check, this was an attack to hit Breena, correct?
Technically, yes. Just not to do damage.
Okay.
Mechanically, it's working like an attack
Okay.
instead of just like a. It didn't seem right as like a feature or ability. It's just a ranged attack that results in non-damage.
Okay. I was just confused because
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Homebrew shit. Doesn't
In
always
a
make sense.
net, alright.
You are in a net. So
He
number.
said Jack!
So that means number 5.
Trashing.
All I can think of is Kung Pao. So number 5 is going to walk up and grab the net. And, okay. Yeah, nobody here. So,
I was gonna say, wait a sec. I gotta remember which numbers I'm near.
you are near
3 and 4.
Okay,
I know.
good.
5 is
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, 5 is clear, and just going to look about the area, and then right arm is going to glow green, and a dimension door will open beneath him as he falls through the floor with the net.
Counter spell. So he's gonna look at the dimension door then, unless this isn't a monster ability, not a spell.
It is a spell.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's going to look at him while in combat with the other two, and then just stare and do a quick letting on with the other hand and just no. He'll swipe. And then I guess you could say, I'm not sure they'd be visible, but arms would reach out to stop him from casting. Familiar lab coat covered arms just grab, just to stop the somatic component. If this is a third, I was going to say, I forgot what level spell this is, so this might not stop it automatically.
Yeah, I think it is a 3rd, but I'm going to double check.
Yeah, double check.
Dimension Door is a 4th level spell.
All right, so you got to roll. How does this work again?
So,
10. The D.
I got it written down,
but-
4th level.
Uh,
So the-
fourth level.
it's
Make an ability check
an
using
ability
your.
check using your
Yep.
spell casting ability. Yep, and it's a 14 DC.
Okay. And it's just okay. So it's just a charisma check then for me.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see if I can be cool and stop this thing. Using my last luck point to stop this thing. 5 on the die.
Come on.
Okay, yeah, 17.
17.
Ah.
As it goes down into the ground, the door closes and bisects it. And
Fuck
it
yeah.
falls apart. Happy Pride. And it as Breena, you are falling. You are now prone and still restrained, but you are not taken away. And that's where we're gonna end our session today.
Okay.
On that fucking note.
That's
Holy
amazing.
counter sign off. I opened my mouth to say that's where we'll stop, and you go counter spell.
Counter spell.
This is so
I
cool.
knew I took that for a reason.
Oh,
Good shit.
Casaadi,
Sorry to ruin the
go.
best laid plans.
that was always ruin the best laid plans.
Yes.
Always do it. That was so good. I was like,
All right. So in a
trying
month,
to
well,
keep a straight face.
so in 3 weeks' time, we'll figure this out. Because unless
Oh
there's
my God,
complications, this would end up next Southern Hospitality would be the 2nd of August already.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
so
yep.
unless there's further complications, at which point we'll inform you via Twitter.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
Good shit, y'all.
Well then,
See you
skull
next
check next
time.
week.
Yeah,
Y'all.
the regular school check next week. Thank you.
You're
Your dice.
so quiet.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah,
you're
wah.
cut out.
Thank you for coming to see us. Your dice do not define you. We love you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Hey,